Hello, everybody. I believe we are live. We are having kind of a weird technical difficulty, but it's okay. The power lines went down in LA, in a bunch of places. So Freebo'S power went out like just a few minutes ago. But we have some of his musical guests here. He's driving to another destination where he's gonna set up real quick, and we'll get him in. He should be here in like 15 minutes, hopefully. So we have his musical guests, Jack Williams and Chris Smither, are going to get us started tonight instead of playing later in the after party. So thanks for understanding, everybody. And with that, I'd like to introduce Jack Williams and Chris Smither. All right.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Hey, Jack. How you been?
Hey, Chris. Here we are together. What are we going to do, man?
Well, I thought it was supposed to be a birthday party. Where's the birthday boy?
I don't know. There's no cake. There's no balloons.
Want me to play something? I'll play
Sure.
something first. Yeah,
Sure. Freebo'S birthday. Start it off.
He gets a blues to start off with. I know you know that we're through. Boy, I know you know what you got to do. Knowing it, showing it is a part of it. I got a clue, it ain't what I know that made me blue. It's what I thought I knew. I lost a lot of things before you came. I know that losing, that's just part of the game. I'm sure I'll lose more. All the same, it ain't what I lost, it made me sad. It's what I thought I had. Yeah, you know it is what it is. Just let it go. Boy, and it ain't what it was. That's for sure. Things will be what they'll be in spite of me or you, even though it ain't what it is. It's such a sin. It's what it might have been. Oh yeah, it is what it is. Just let it go. It ain't what it was. Now we know things will be what they'll be in spite of me or you, even though it ain't what it is. It's such a sin. It's what it might have been.
Sounded two hands clapping.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we have a surprise special guest.
Oh, they're in the car. Look at them. They're trying to get there, man.
Hello, Freebo. Happy birthday.
Oh,
Well, that
looks
froze too.
Oh, they froze.
looks like they're connected. Well, you can see. Look, Freebo's happy. At least there's that.
Oh yeah, he's smiling. What else can you do?
I'm in my car in the middle of rush hour traffic in Los Angeles.
But thank you guys.
Oh man, thank you so much for saving us.
He's so lucky to have such good openers. My goodness.
Wow.
Well, Freebo, do you want to give the the people a message?
Well, can I talk to the people, Brandon?
Yep. Yeah, you're on, buddy.
Hey, well, welcome to my most unique birthday show here. Life's all about what happens when you're busy making other plans. So here you go. Murphy's Law, take what the defense gives you. So
Do you?
I'm on my way with Alice, who's helping me tremendously. I'm so grateful. To a friend's house who actually has electricity. The electricity in the neighborhood, only in the neighborhood, went out, and it will be back on in 2 hours. Which is really, really nice timing. So we're going to do our best to get to my buddy's house and do a quick setup, a real simple setup.
Oh, I have an idea.
What's that?
How about we sing Moon Shadow?
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're going to sing a song for you. Can we do that?
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Okay. Go for it, Alice.
I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow, leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. If I ever lose my hands, lose my plow, lose my land and my electricity. If I ever lose my hands, I won't have to work no more. I'm being followed by a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow, leaping and hopping on a moon shadow, moon shadow, moon shadow. If I ever lose my eyes, all my colors all run dry. If I ever lose my eyes, I won't have to cry no. Your party, you can cry if you want
It's
to.
my party, I can cry.
All right, guys, you're cutting out. I'm going to
Okay,
get
next
back
verse.
to Jack and Chris, okay?
Shadow,
Oh.
shadow.
What's
Okay,
that?
sounds good.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit. I'm going to get back to Jack and Chris. All right, we'll see you soon. Happy birthday, Freebo.
Woo. Okay,
Oh,
well,
man.
I'm one for you, honey, and I'm through with the show. And I ain't going nowhere if you can't go. I'm betting my life, my sanity too, the whole ball of wax and the whole 9 yards on me and you. I'll risk the farm, I'll take a chance, 'cause we raised the stakes from a one-night stand to a true romance. You're the one, you're the one, that you hung the moon, stars and sun, you're the one. And you're the light of the whole wide, wide, wide world, you're the one. Can't no hurricane blow this house down. Not even an earthquake 7.9 will turn my head around. There's a blizzard outside and the winds are strong, but I'm rock steady on my feet where I belong. Send a twister my way, let the lightning strike, but it won't tear apart this house of love, let it howl all night. You're the one, oh, you're the one, that you hung the moon, stars and sun, you're the one, yeah. And you're the light of the whole wide, wide, wide world, you're the one. the Great Salt Lake, the Gulf of Mexico, and that big Okeechobee, the Atlantic, Pacific, and the Shenandoah. You know the water is wide, it's cold and it's deep, and it all rolls together in a big blue ball at my baby's feet. I'll catch the rain falling from the sky, and I'll bring it in a bucket to you, baby, when your well runs dry. 'Cause you're the one, you're the one, you're the one. Oh, you haunt the moon, stars and sun, you're the one. And you're the light of the whole wide, wide, wide world, you're the one. And you're the light of the whole wide, 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 wide world, you're the one. And baby, you're the one. Oh, 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 you're the one. Happy birthday, Freebo.
Oh man, you work way too hard, man.
I know it, I know. I'm going to give it up.
Oh, geez.
Tomorrow I quit.
That's great.
Here it is, Chris. I guess we just keep playing until they get back to civilization.
Why not? This is what we would be doing if we weren't here.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been blind. She's been kind, boy, she knows at times I forget to see. Through a cold, dark cloud, imaginary shroud, boy, shadows that settle over me. I once was smart, way back at the start. I have had her my body and my soul. Thought in my heart that it would tear me apart, but it made me whole. Keep it simple, keep it clear, that's what we like to hear. She don't argue, she don't analyze. If I say it's so, it's so. She don't want to know if it's a metaphor for something in disguise. She let me know, boy, a long time ago. It's better to say just what I mean. Truth to tell, it can hurt like hell, but it keeps me clean. Man, it keeps me clean. My guiding star, oh, I don't stray far. I keep her in my mind and in my eye. I've been lost before, never anymore. I just look up at my compass in the sky. I had my fears way back in the early years, that I had locked me up and thrown away the key. Lost my mind to those ties that bind, but they set me free. Set me free. yeah. Oh, she's fast. I know I'll never last. Oh, she's by me now, but I don't really mind. I ought to know I move so slow. My shadow often kicks me from behind. I once was fast, back in the distant past, in a mighty demonstration of my will. I kissed her twice at the speed of light. Time stood still. I kissed her twice at the speed of light, but time stood still.
Sounds great, Chris.
Thanks.
Shoot, heck with all these other people. Let's just do this all night.
Yeah, really.
Well, while we're in the people's key of G, here's a song I co-wrote with Jeff Bartley.
Oh man, I haven't seen him in a minute. Where is he?
He's been putting 1 or 2 songs a week out on Facebook. And it's kind of funny because every one of his videos, he's obviously lying down. You can only see this much of him right here.
Yeah.
And it's just up very close, and it's almost like the Blair Witch Project, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And but he's coming up with some great songs. I guess he's spent a lot of time writing these days. But when I was coming to New England for the first few times, Jeff and I got to be friends. He came out to the campground where I was staying near Littleton, KOA. He came out there and he said, "Let's write something lighthearted and Southern." I said, "Well, I can take care of both of those things. What are you going to bring to the table there, Jeff?" You know. And Jeff was in a pretty dark frame of mind in those days, but we ended up writing this song. And this isn't the original form because every few years we come up with completely new words to it. It's always raining when the tire goes flat. Dog comes in when you put out the cat. All getting older, no way around that. And if it ain't one thing, it's gonna be another. Take a hold of my hand, let's run for cover. We're all alike, all alike. We all know the difference between wrong and right. We all put the baby in the cradle at night. And we all need love, that's alright. We're all alike. Black man, a white man, a Muslim and a Jew walk into a bar and say, "How do you do?" Along comes a Baptist and a young Hindu. Well, they have a couple drinks, sing a couple songs. The proof's in the pudding, we can all get along. We're all alike, all alike. We all know the difference between wrong and right. We all put the baby in the cradle at night. We all need love, and that's all right. We're all alike. Some named Pedro, and some named Fritz. Some goes walking, and some just sits. Some eats hash browns, some eats grits. There ain't a damn bit of difference between left and right. If you got a stick of candy, everybody wants a bite. We're all alike, all alike. We all know the difference between wrong and right. We all put the baby in the cradle at night. We all need love, that's all right. We're all alike. Get cold when the fire goes out. Confidence is shaken when you're given to doubt. So we do the hokey pokey, cause that's what it's all about. And we take a trip to Canada or Kathmandu, where they laugh and they cry and they walk just like you. We're all alike, all and yellow and black and tan. All the world's children must understand. It might be the fire or the frying pan, but we can make it all better if we get together with an open heart and a willing hand. We're all alike, all alike. We all know the difference between wrong and right. We all put the baby in the cradle at night, and we all need love. That's all right, we're all alike. We said we're all alike. We're all alike. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to get that on a bumper sticker, man.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It ended up in a TED Talk somewhere.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah. I don't know how or where, but it was kind of cool.
Hey guys, before Chris, before you play another song, I gotta ask, where did you guys both meet Freebo?
Oh, man. I met him in Philadelphia. He was playing in a band called Edison Electric. Well, that's something, you know. The electric just went out at his house.
That's funny.
And, yeah, it was called Edison Electric, and I went out. They had a producer who was rehearsing them for a thing to do a tune or some kind of musical background music for an NFL ad for a football league, and this producer was working with him, and I wanted to see if this producer would be somebody I could work with, and so I went out to meet him, and that's where I met Freebo. And I've known him ever since, through all his permutations.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
That must have been about 1960, I'm going to say 67, 68.
Wow. How about you, Jack?
I can't remember where. It was either a Folk Alliance or Kerrville, but I do remember that the first time I ever saw Freebo was with Bonnie Raitt. They were opening for New Orleans writer Randy Newman at the bowl, not Hollywood Bowl. What's it called? I can't remember anything. It's been a long time since I was in L.A. But anyway, they were on the stage, and Freebo comes out and plays his Freebo, and of course he's the most visible person on stage other than Bonnie. Right. With his big afro, and he's a foot taller than everybody else in the band. And I just remember sitting up there, and when he came out to play the tuba, 1,000 nubile female voices screaming, "Freebo, Freebo, Freebo." That's all I remember from the first time I ever saw him. Maybe he didn't want us to know that, but I can't remember where I first met him. But we hit it off right away. We played together, played a bunch of gigs together, and had a lot of fun.
He's a good guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah,
I myself have only known him for about 2 months now, so I can't hold a candle to your guys' decades, that's for sure. But all right, Chris, you wanna treat us with another song?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah. Bluesy, bluesy, blues. Here's one. You know, one day, a long time ago, this is an old song. I was sitting around in my living room, and I had just dropped my car off at the mechanics to get it fixed, and I was sitting around trying to write songs, and I was fooling around with this Jimmy Reed shuffle thing. And the phone rang, and I went and I picked it up, and the mechanic was there giving me a whole list of stuff that needed to be fixed on my car. And so I finally said, "Yeah, well, keep looking. You haven't tapped me out yet. I got to get it all fixed, you know." And he said, "So just go ahead and fix it all." And I said, "Well, you know, call me back. You know, keep me up on the lowdown." And then I went back to my where I was sitting. I said, "Up on the lowdown, up on the lowdown. This is up on the lowdown." When I think that I know nothing, it's all feeling. My friends keep me down to ground and peel me off the ceiling. And that's what's so surprising. They used to seem so shy. I only know, 'cause so am I. It keeps me hanging around. It keeps me up on the low down. Up on the low down. 'Cause I've been closer listening. Now I can hear you. All that stuff that I've been missing, well, it warms me. Now I'm near you, and that's what's so surprising. You used to seem so cold, but I only know what I've been told. I hear it down in town. It keeps me up on the low down. Up on the low down. I might try to scream and cry just to test you. Something makes me listen in, rushes to my rescue. And that's what's so surprising. It all seems so well timed that it would shake a more suspicious mind. But I just like the sound. It keeps me up on the low down, up on the low down. This simple secret is the key to my attraction. Makes me feel like such a king. It gets me all the action, and that's what's so surprising. Nobody has to know. 'Cause I can keep it hid, it hardly shows underneath my crown. It keeps me up on the low down, up on the low down. Keep me up on the low down, way up on the low down. You got me up on the low down, way up on the low down. Keep me up on the low down.
Yeah. Speaking of Jimmy Reed,
Yeah.
I used to, back in University of Georgia days, and from 1961 to 1970, I was a part-time hired gun guitar player to put bands together to back up all the touring R&B and blues artists that came through town. I got to play with John Lee Hooker and Big Joe Turner and Jimmy Reed at a show, and it was a very, very strange gig.
I'm sure, man. I love the way he talks. You know, he talks just the way he sings.
There's no difference. He just that's him, man. Yeah, we backed Hank Ballard and the Midnighters and Jerry Butler and all those guys. But let's see. I guess I better play another song. We have no Freebo here.
I know, you know.
I think hopefully one more round and they should be here.
All right.
I'll play a song here that I wrote about 35 years ago. I was a rock and roller in my early days, starting around 1958. Had my first band, and we played at the Teenage Club, Fort Lewis, Washington. 1958, made about $15. And I remember the music we played, and I remember it with a lot of affection, as well as some horror. And I decided to write a song, just thinking about that old music. Way back in '59, graduation time, My shoes were superb, my hair was immaculate. I had the perfect date. We said we cannot wait. She said if you be cool, I might let you be the first to tackle it. And my new chrome pipes and my racing stripes, my 57 Chevy was the creme of the creme de la creme. And in a school that small, no competition at all. When it came to the hop, without a doubt, you were the queen of the gym. Now chain me to the backbeat, chain me down and let the good times roll. And every now and then, my feet will fly again to the beat of that old solid gold rock and roll. We had the beat from the back. There was a grumbling strat. We knew I'm part of something too big to deny. And as I stood watching all night long, as you and I danced to every song, and we sang all the words to every star in the sky. Yeah, chain me to the backbeat, chain me down and let the good times roll. And every now and then, my feet will fly again to the beat of that whole solid gold rock and roll. Chain me to the backbeat, chain me down and let the good times roll. Every now and then, my feet will fly again to the beat of that old solid gold rock and roll. Way back in '59, graduation time. My shoes were superb, my hair was immaculate. I had the perfect date, all her teeth were straight. She said, if you be cool, I will let you be the first to tackle it. Oh, chain me to the back seat, chain me down and let the good times roll. Every now and then, my feet will fly again to the beat of that old solid gold rock and roll. Yeah, every now and then, my feet will fly again to the beat of that old solid gold rock and roll.
Still working
right.
too hard, man.
I'm sorry, it's too much
That's
fun,
fabulous.
Chris.
Oh, no, it's great.
Guess who we got in the house?
Hey, he's here.
Hey,
Oh my
boy.
God, you guys are absolutely wonderful. I was listening to the show on the way out. Man, what am I doing here?
Oh, you're going to play.
yeah, it's your turn.
I guess so. Guys, you guys are great together. You ever thought about touring together? Fill up some big halls.
We hardly know each other.
That's right.
Well, now you do. God, thank you so much. I mean, wow.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you, and thank you all for watching and staying with it. I mean, obviously, I couldn't get two better people to fill in here. I mean, you guys, I owe you big time. I really do. And it makes me want to ask you before I play something. First, Chris, and then Jack. I mean, have you ever? I'm sure you must have had something like this happen at some point that you had to deal with. I mean, just the Murphy's Law bit. Can you think of anything like that?
Oh, tons of them.
Yeah.
Give me top 10.
Oh, God. The one, what's his name? David Lindley. And I were supposed to play. at the Egg in Albany, New York, and he didn't show up. they drove. It was like this split bill, and I was supposed to do like a 75 or 90-minute set, and then he was going to do the same, and they thought that they were supposed to be in Massachusetts instead of New York, and they were in the wrong town. And
Oh my God!
and so the guy comes up to me and he says, "You think you can play a longer set?" And I said, "Well, how much longer?" And he says, "Well, can you do 2 hours?" And I said, "Yeah, I can do 2 hours. Do I get paid for 2 hours?" "Oh, well." That was always a sticking point, But that's just one of them,
That's happened hundreds of times.
Oh yeah.
I would say the one interesting one, thinking of electricity going out, I was playing it for the 6-string series in Columbus, Ohio, and I was opening for young Dar Williams. And I was standing out there, and I began my opening set. It was in a huge big brick building, 500-600 people in there, and the power went. Wham! But the emergency lights came on, and one of them shone right down to the front corner of the stage. And so I just crawled down there. I said, come on over, everybody. And the people came and crowded around, and I started playing. Pulled into Nazareth, and I got them all, and we sang for about an hour and a half with all of these people, and I just accompanied them, and pretty soon the power came back on, and Dar did her great show, and you never can tell what's going to happen. You just got to be yourself and be ready.
Boy, that's for sure. I was playing with the Blues Busters one time at a place called, I think, the Grand Emporium in Kansas City.
Yeah, I know.
And the same thing, the electricity went out. And Catfish had an acoustic guitar, and I think Paul had one too. And I had my tuba. And I did the whole did the whole bass line on the tuba, and they played acoustic, and we just did the same thing, went to the front of the stage and played, and people had flashlights, and they're the kind of things that people remember, right?
Oh, man. But, I remember one time, because the power going out, that was the common denominator, but I was playing, have you ever heard of the Tuna Festival in Denmark? There's a huge Americana festival there. So they asked me to be a part of this, a whole concert tribute to Townes Van Zandt, Well, they said, here, pick a song, so I picked a song. I picked 2 songs. I picked 3 songs, and every one of them had already been taken by somebody else, and so I had to learn one that I'd never learned before. By the time I got there, I was still shaky on the lyrics, So I had them written up with Sharpie in great big letters and propped against the speaker monitor so that if I felt, my song hadn't started more than about 3 bars into it, and the lights went out. The sound system was still working, but I couldn't read the words.
Oh man!
I got through it, but it was just one of those things,
Freebo, were you at the Folk Alliance NERFA when the power went out at Kutcher's that night?
I don't think I was. No, that was a year before.
Oh, you'd know
it.
It was in the middle of an ice storm, and the power went all night. And I remember watching Ronnie Cox do a showcase, and Ronnie was in there, and when the power went out, he kept adjusting his mic. He was doing it all acoustic, but he couldn't get, he kept moving the mic around and moving up to it. And I finally moved it away from his mouth.
Oh, man. Hey, let me play a tune for you guys.
Please.
Stick around.
Well,
I want to
okay.
ask a couple of questions. I'll never be ready to hang up my rock and roll shoes. I'll never be ready to ever stop singing the blues. I'll be doing it by night, I'll be doing it by day, I'll be doing it blind when I'm old and gray. And I'll never be ready to hang up, I'll never be ready to hang up never be ready to hang up my rock and roll shoes. I'll never be ready to fit into society. Well, I wish he'd bill collectors could forget about bothering me. I barely make a living, no security. Yeah, but I'm about as happy as a man can be. And I'll never be ready to hang up. Never be ready to hang up. I'll never be ready to hang up my rock and roll shoes. Ah, hey kid, do you want to learn to play a guitar? Play, Jack, I can almost hear you. You can pick a song, sing along, maybe you can be a star. Whoa, don't you think I'm crazy? Won't you come and carry me away? 'Cause wherever I go, I will be sitting on the dock of the bay. With Otis beside me and Pickett behind, the Stones and Chuck Berry serenade my mind. And I'll never be ready to hang up. Never be ready to hang up. I'll never be ready to hang up my rock and roll. I'll never be ready to hang up. I'll never be ready to hang up. No, I'll never be ready to hang up my rock and roll shoes. No, no, I'll be walking, I'll be strolling, I'll be rocking, I'll be rolling. They gonna put me down, Chris. No, 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 no way, no. And I will never be ready to hang up. Never be ready to hang up. I'll never be ready. I will never be ready. I will never be ready to hang up my rock and roll shoes. Ow! I hear you, Jack. We played that together at Kerrville, haven't we?
Several times.
Yeah, so, well, hey, I want to ask you guys, this is a septuagenarian show, and we're in our 70s, and, for those folks watching, I wish I could see the chat, Brandon. I can't see it.
That's not going to happen today on this setup. Sorry, buddy.
That's not going to happen. Well, for those people, can you see anything, by the way, Brandon? Can you see anything in the chat?
Yeah, absolutely. I can see all the chat stuff.
Oh, good. Well, if people have some questions or requests, please, let me know.
Yeah, I'll keep track of them.
All right. Thanks for your moderation. Boy, you do a great job. I love it when you say, hey, when did you guys first meet Freebo?
Thanks.
Chris, I think it was 1969, by the way.
Oh, was it?
And we were doing the music for the 50th anniversary of pro football.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was. And who was that producer?
Well,
the guy with the bent frame.
Jack Shaw.
Jack Shaw, that's right.
Yeah, a very bent frame, I must say. Good way to put it. That guy with the bent frame. But, being in our 70s, and Chris, I've known you for 50 years. I mean, more than that, if that's when we met, and I think we became close in 71, 72 in Cambridge. Right. But, I find you to be amazing that, you're doing it better than ever. You've adjusted to your voice. I think it's what happens, you lose some things physically and you make an adjustment. You see it happen with baseball pitchers, quarterbacks. Look at Tom Brady, for God's sake. Yeah. And, so I wonder if you would share just a little bit about what it's like for you to be in your 70s and still be as creative and just enjoy it as much as you do.
Well, in the first place, I never dreamed that I'd be doing it this long. It's one of those. I always think about Mick Jagger saying, "If you think I'm going to be doing this when I'm 40, you must be crazy." And he's still out. I mean, you go and you watch a Rolling Stone show, and that guy still runs about
He's
10 miles
dancing.
on the stage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing. But, I used to tell people who would come up to me after I'd been in this business for a while, and they would say, well, what's the best way to make it, just make a living. I said, well, change your idea of what making it means in the first place. And because, I know plenty of musicians you've never heard of that are, with a car in the garage putting kids through school and just don't think about that. But the most important thing to do is never learn how to do anything else. Because when times get tough,
Well said.
you will do it. If you know how to sell insurance, you'll go sell insurance, And you got to have that, it's sort of like working without a net, but it's not really quite that scary. But having said that, I never would have believed that I would get this far, but at this point, I love my fans. I love my fans. And they come up to me constantly and say, please don't stop doing what you're doing. And I would feel terrible if I let them down. But really, I live to get up on stage and play and say, here, take my trip and I'll take your trip and we'll build something ephemeral that'll last for, the hour or two that we're together.
I love what you said about don't learn how to do anything else. I mean, I say that all the time. I just say I don't know how to do anything else.
Yeah, right.
And I never quite looked at it that way, that it was really a blessing in disguise, that it just kind of keeps me on track to do this. But it does,
Yeah.
And what else could be better than what we do anyway,
It makes you resourceful too.
Yeah.
I mean,
It does.
when you have one path, I've always, everything I try to do in my life is based on one path, one single idea forward, and playing music is it. And once you concentrate solely on that, then you learn all the ins and outs, all the downside, how to get up when you're down, how to enjoy it when you're up, how to not take it for granted. I think you said it perfectly, Chris.
Yeah, well, and that's the whole thing. I mean, it's really when the lights go on, the show must go on. And it's funny how the lights and the audience really do pick you up. I mean, it's just, you guys are, well, I guess we're all experienced. I'm not as experienced in the solo thing as you are. So I've always been able to hide behind my bass and a bunch of other players and somebody else. But I've had times, I remember there was a time when I was playing with Bonnie, we were in Europe doing a European tour, and I apparently ate way too much hash in Amsterdam, and then stayed up all night the next night with what I was hoping would be a lovely evening. Didn't quite turn out that way in Norway. And the next day we're going to Copenhagen, and on the plane I just became sick as a dog, and we had to play that night, and I was like literally on the floor trying to get my head up to the toilet, sorry to be so graphic, people, but I did not make the sound check, and I went and we did the show, and I played the tuba, and somehow just got through it and went home and completely crashed, and made it through the next couple of shows. But it's amazing what the roar of the crowd will do for you.
Oh yeah, that was what Johnny Cash said, in the last years of his life. Somebody said, well, hey, how's it feel to be this old and doing it? And he says, the only time it doesn't hurt is when I'm playing.
Wow. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Well, how about you, Jack? What's it like for
ditto.
you? I mean, you're still a troubadour, man.
Dittoed everything Chris said, and said it so well too. I never did anything else. There was never any. From that first gig in 1958, I knew this is it. This is what I do. And I might have been too right-brained and maybe a little too dumb in the left-brain department to ever think that there was an option. And of course, my dad thought I was crazy, but he couldn't stop me because my mother was 100% behind me.
Really?
Yeah, she backed me all the way to the end.
Good for her.
Yeah,
And,
really.
oh yeah, man. She when I was a trumpet player, playing jazz gigs in Tacoma and Seattle and 50s, 60s, as well as rock gigs. She loved it when I was playing trumpet or when I was playing rock and roll, folk. She didn't care, you know. And but as far as what I do now, I thought for sure my hands would go out. I didn't know my voice would give out. As you can hear it now, I'm struggling with it now and having words that don't come out of my mouth when you open it. And I can't sing quietly anymore. I don't have enough power. And so you learn to adapt to that. You learn to do what you got to do what you do. And my fingers started to freeze up on me several years ago, and I discovered turmeric and curcumin. And then more recently, I discovered CBD oil. Man,
is that working for you?
You heard it.
It seems to be.
There were 4 or 5 songs that fell out of my repertoire that were usual characters, suspects, and they're all back.
Wow.
Because of this. So songs that I had ceased to be able to negotiate, and I can negotiate them now. So there are things about it, and I will say, you did say, how are you still creative? I have to say I am not as creative. I feel like a lot of my leads, my songs, my ideas are not as lively and bright and as important to me as they were back at least in the 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah, but your opinion doesn't count. It's your fans' opinion that counts.
That is true. That is true. But I go back and listen to those albums, and I say, man, I could never write that song again. And it's true. It's true. I don't write. I used to write. I've got 1,500 songs.
Well,
And-
I mean,
And
if
so,
you
but,
have,
but I've only written 2 in the last year. So
but you have 1,500 to play.
Yeah, I've got them. I've got a backlog. There's no problem. But that
Yeah.
creativity thing has dimmed somewhat, and I feel it, and I miss it, and I do what I can to break loose from it. Somebody sent me a recording of me playing at the Bliss Fest up in northern Michigan in 1999. And I was very electrified on the acoustic guitar, with effects and whatnot. And I listened, I thought, God, I was playing good back then. I was doing stuff I can't begin to do now. And I played with an energy. I still have plenty of energy. But back then, there's a difference. And I've just learned that I accept that, man. I'm still here. I'm still here talking to 2 other septuagenarians, And I'm not pushing up daisies. And I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for the fact that I can still make a living, beating out the tunes, playing the old tunes, and besides, most of my audience is my age, so they understand completely.
They're feeling
And
sorry
they're all
for you.
old enough to have their COVID shot.
Hey, Freebo, is that the only tune you're going to play for us?
No, actually, here's one. And Jack knows this one, but I wrote this with our buddy Ronnie Cox, who's just talking about. And for those of you who don't know who Ronnie Cox is, he was one of the 4 guys in Deliverance who went off on that fateful trip. He was the first guy to get killed, and he was the guy who went. Right?
Yeah.
And that was actually Ronnie's first acting job, and he's since gone on to play the president and play some really evil guys, and he's a wonderful character actor, and he's a musician, and he goes to Kerrville. Anyway, one day we wrote this song, and it's kind of apropos to what we're talking about. It's called It Goes By Fast, because it sure does. When I was a boy walking down by the tracks, what in the world did I know? I knew the world wasn't flat, and I was faster than Jack, and I knew that I'd never grow old. Time is a game of hide and seek, it will catch you when it can. Now I'm walking along those tracks, trying to understand. And it goes by fast. It's true that nothing lasts. You know, I was 17 when I fell in love. What in the world did I know? Hypnotized, those beautiful eyes, lost in a world of my own. Love is a game of hide and seek. It will blind you 'cause it can. But I find my way and I live each day trying to understand. And it goes by fast. It's true that nothing lasts. You know time must pass, but it goes by fast. Time and life and love and all of their mystery. Nothing I have learned is what it seems to be. So here I am, I'm a full-grown man, and what in the world do I know? I've found through the years of laughter and tears, you don't have to do what you're told. Life is a game, you take your chance, and you play the best you can. So I stumble along and I carry on, trying to understand. And it goes by fast. It's true that nothing lasts. You know time must pass, but it goes by fast. Yes, it goes by fast. It's true that nothing lasts. You know time must pass, but it goes by fast. It goes by fast. So fast. Oh,
Yeah, man.
thank you, Chris.
Lovely.
Oh, Alice has a sign up that I'm supposed to talk about Patreon for you people who are watching. I don't know if you're doing this, Chris or Jack. But I've been told that it's kind of a cool thing, and Alice has been doing it, and a lot of my friends are doing it, and it's kind of a way that, well, we're talking about what we do, we don't know how to do anything else, but especially in times like this when we can't tour, or when we're trying to get money to get together to do a record or whatever, it's a way that our fans can help support us if they're not going to buy CDs because nobody has CD players. Patreon is a way where you can donate any amount. In this case, I've got several levels. I got one at $3, one at $7, one at $15, $30, $50, $100, $250 a month. And it's a simple little thing for us and for you. And in return, we give you all sorts of content that you might not be able to get, unreleased songs that are released before, that you get way before the release. I'm writing a book, and I can do, give excerpts of that book, all sorts of things, just thoughts, basically how just inside stuff for each of us. And this is something that we can share ourselves, an intimate part of ourselves, and at the same time, it creates this nice, sweet little intimate community. So I think maybe Brandon has my Patreon thing up there. I just finished a recording of Angel from Montgomery, and I have the great Jerry Donahue playing on it, one of the last songs he played on about 4 years ago before he had a stroke. Monty Barham on guitar, Michael Joachim on drums, and it's my arrangement of the song that I play with Bonnie many, many times, and it's kind of cool. It's bluesy. I'm real happy with it. Just mix it, so I have a thing for $7 as 70s. If you sign up now, you can download that song. There'll be many other things going along. I think Alice is talking to me like she's got something she wants to say. Yeah, $7 a month. Yeah, that's what it is. Alice, why don't you come on and say hi to people, huh? Okay, we'll bring you on in a minute.
It's not her birthday.
You can play something, and I'll play something. She's not ready. She's still recovering. She really helped me load up and get all this stuff together. So I'm so grateful to all you guys for just really, man, talk about Murphy's Law.
Yeah, just so you know, I do have a few requests in the chat. I've got a couple for you, Freebo, and I actually have one for Chris as well. So I don't know who's playing up next, but
Shoot.
so the one for Chris is Origin of Species, and that was requested by Peter Krantz. And then Freebo I've got from Toby, She Loves My Dog, from Rick Converse, Love You Like a Man. And then Carolyn said, Hey Freebo, we have a mutual friend, Tommy Wright, ordered the album you guys did together today. Can you do a tune from that album? Nothing specific.
I can't do a tune from that album. I don't remember it. I played bass on some tracks, but
Well, thanks for the honesty, at least.
yeah, but I can certainly play She Loves My Dog more than me. And, as far as the other requests, I mean,
Yeah,
guys
Love You
wanna
Like a
play
Man was
something,
the other one for you, Freebo.
For me, no, that'd be for Chris.
Oh, okay. I must have misunderstood the message.
Oh yeah, he didn't write "Love Me Like a Man." He wrote "I Can Love You Like a Man." That's what he wrote. And Bonnie said, "Wait a second."
I'm gonna adapt that.
Yeah, okay. And Chris, did that put you on the map, or you were sort of kind of already on the map already, or did that put you on a bigger map?
It put me on a bigger map. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those little things that just keeps giving. Bonnie did that. That song's been recorded, I think. I know of 15 or 16 different
Really?
versions. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Do you feel like sharing that?
Diana Krall did it. And that was really,
Oh my God! What, like a jazzy version?
yeah, beautiful job. I loved her too because you always wonder whether you're ever going to get credit for writing these things. And when the album came out, she was on Good Morning America or one of those Today shows or something like that. I thought, well, she's going to play. I'm going to watch. You never can tell. And so, so she gets up there and she didn't play it. She played a couple of tunes. And she's so good anyway. It didn't matter. And then they had extra time and they brought her back and they said, well, Diana's going to play us one more tune. And the hostess, I forget who it was, one of those women on the morning show, looked at her and said, so you're going to do an old Bonnie Raitt song for us? And Diana turned her head and said, no, this is a Chris Smithers song.
All right.
And I have been internally in love with her ever since. I've never met the woman, but by God, if I ever do.
Oh, that's great.
She was wonderful.
You feel like sharing it?
Well, that's a pretty tough, Actually, I'm not sure I can do it justice. Let me try it. All right.
Whenever you feel that way, slow it down.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Slow it down in a lower key.
All these men that you've been seeing, they got their balls up on the shelves. You know they could never love you, baby. They can't even love themselves. You need someone who can. And I bet I could be your lover, man. Come on, believe me when I tell you, I love you like a man. 'Cause I never seen such losers. I bet you never tried to find a man who could take you home, never taking you for a ride. If you need someone who can, I bet I could be your lover, man. You better believe me when I tell you I could love you like a man. I'm getting lost here. Coming home sad, you laying down to cry. What you need is a man to hold you, not some fool to ask you why. If you need someone who can, I bet I could be your lover, man. You better believe me when I tell you I could love you like a man. You know, 'cause they all want you to rock 'em like their back ain't got no bone. What you need is a man that can rock you like your backbone was his own. You need someone who can. And I bet I could be your lover, man. Come on, believe me when I tell you I could love you like a man. 'Cause all these men that you've been seeing, they got their balls up on the shelves. You know they can never love you, baby. They can't even love themselves. You need someone who can. And I could be, I bet I could, I think I could, I know I could be your lover, man. Believe me when I tell you I could love you like I love you like I love you like a man. Well, I was 23 when I wrote that. It was a lot easier to sing.
It's a lot easier to follow through on the song, too, probably.
That's right.
Well, have you heard him play that, Jack?
Yes, I have.
Uh-huh. Cool.
I don't know where, somewhere in New England?
Well, probably. I'm in New England a lot. Hey, Freebo.
Yeah.
Let me play you the song that I meant to play, and then I'm going to have to bug out of here.
Okay. All right. By that time, maybe Harold will be able to come in.
Okay.
But, Chris, I can't thank you enough, man. It's just thank you for filling in and opening for me.
Hey. See if I can get this thing working here.
Is this apropos to the aging process?
This is apropos to the aging process. I wrote it for myself. But...
Uh-huh.
Let me see now. Let me get this started here. This is called Too Bad, So Sad. If I need someone to help me, someone to show me how, don't say, wait, let me try that again. If I need someone to help me, someone to show me how, don't, well, oh, I know. One more try. If I need someone to help me, someone to show me how, don't say wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. That's it. Help me, someone to show me how. Don't tell me that it's way too late if I don't know by now. Too bad, so sad, so long. This old dog's got some new tricks. Don't tell me how to sing my song. If I need someone to hold me, someone to take my hand, don't say I should have thought of that back when I was a younger man. Too bad, so sad he's gone. I'm touched by your concern, but I'll be touched by someone else for long. If I'm out looking for action, better not get in my way. Don't talk about the times you had before you got so gray. Too bad, so sad no more. Count your memories if you want to. I'll be running up the score. Because I'm better than I used to be, I'd keep it in the day. The will ain't happened yet, and the was is way past help anyway. What it is what you see. Home is where the heart is, and right now feels like home to me. Home is where the heart is, right now feels like home to me. All right, let's go. What do you mean, go where? We're going out. Gonna spend the whole night out. Well, maybe not the whole night. What do you mean, I'm too what to go out all night? I'm too... Don't say that. Nah, I feel like I'm about 20 tonight. Don't say it. The doctor did not say don't go out. The doctor said go live life. Yeah, I took all my meds. Yeah, I took that one too. Now you got something to look forward to. All right, let's go. You drive. I'm conserving my energy.
How come I can relate to that?
I don't know.
That's great, Chris.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
You're
Wow.
welcome. It was a pleasure. I had a good time tonight. It's just so nice to be able to hang out.
Oh, absolutely. And God, again, just to hear you and Jack going back and forth is really cool. And then to be on with the three of us, just such a treat. There's something kind of cool about this. This would not happen in regular times, only with COVID, and with Zoom, and streaming. So I'm very grateful for you guys taking up the slack, as it were.
Hey, oh, thanks for asking me.
Yeah, and if you want to, after you leave, if you want to go, I'm going to bring Alice on, have her do a couple tunes. I'll do a tune, bring her on. I'll play a little bit of bass, and then if you've never experienced Harold Payne, you really enjoy it. So as you're getting ready for bed and you put your pajamas on, maybe
I really have to go get my daughter ready to go back to school.
Oh my God! Wow, tomorrow I assume, not tonight.
Well, tomorrow is yeah. Well, she's busy packing tonight too.
Is she going back to school tomorrow?
No, she's going back on Sunday, but she's got all this stuff she wants me to do. I'm not.
Oh yeah.
I don't even.
And
know
how
what
old
it
is she, Chris?
16 now.
16. So man, here you are in your 70s with a 16-year-old daughter. That's a conversation for another day. But
Keep
how
you
you
young.
holding up? Is she keeping you young?
Oh yeah. Well, she's she's a focus. When you have a focus, it's like having a show to do. The show must go on. Can't afford-
Is she musical at all?
She plays very nice violin.
Violin. Wow.
Violin, yeah.
Wow.
She's not what I would call passionate about it. And she's one of these kids that looks at it and says, "This will look good on my resume."
Yeah. Well, if it's a means to an end, I mean, so hey, what we're doing is a means to an end, isn't it?
You got it.
And it's an end in itself. Well, thank you, man. And maybe Jack, would you play Chris off with one more song?
Yeah, please.
Maybe with the one I requested with
Absolutely.
High Cotton.
And hey, just Jack, when you're done playing this song another time, there's a request for a Natural Man.
Jack, the thing I love about this song, I mean, it just says so much. I mean, I love it musically. I love your guitar motif on it and the melody and all the lyrics. But it's somewhere between an environmental song and a historical song, a song of the South. You're a South Carolinian, and you have that. I'm a Yankee, and it's really a beautiful song. It has such compassion in it, and to me, such wisdom and perspective. And I just think if I were you, I would never have to write another song after this one. I don't want to overhype it, but I think it's just a fabulous song.
Thank you, Freebo. This is the kind of song I really like to write, where I have a completely worked out guitar part. This isn't the kind of song that you write if you're going to go to Nashville and try to get Garth Brooks to
Right.
cut it.
Right.
It's just the kind of song that I love to write and I love to play, and I'm glad that you like it.
I do. I love
It's
it.
definitely a love song for the South, for one thing. Cotton stands open to the morning. Morning breaks loose from the night. Night runs grieving down the basin. The river takes a shine to the light. Light lifts the heat from the pasture. I love the warm feeling in my nose. Dusty Red Bull swats a deer fly as he nibbles on a Cherokee rose. Cotton, high cotton, the more I see, the less I know. The well runs deeper than the bucket goes. Swing high, swing low, high cotton. Cotton says howdy to the melon. Melon throws a shadow on the toad. Toad spies a purple snake doctor in a sunbeam laying across the road. The road used to lead through the cotton before they turned the field into a mall. Mall ran our store out of business and took a little family from us all. Cotton, high cotton, the more I see, the less I know. The well runs deeper than the bucket goes. Swing high, swing low, high cotton. Cotton gives shelter to the weevil. Weevil gives breakfast to the shrike. Shrike must kill but does no evil. Ask the sparrow on the thorny spike. Cotton saw the land turn to madness, a million souls buried in the clay. Freedom walks her fields in a sad dress, in my Dixie home far, far away. Cotton, high cotton, the more I see, the less I know. The well runs deeper than the bucket goes. Swing high, swing low, high cotton. Cotton, high cotton. The more I see, the less I know. The well runs deeper than the bucket goes. Where's a poor boy to go? Easy come, easy go. Ah, cotton. Happy birthday, Freebo.
Oh, Jack, that's just fabulous. Wow, wow, wow.
Thank you, sir.
Wow, thank you. And before you guys go, I want to bring in Harold Payne. Harold,
Hey.
can we hear you?
Sure. Can you hear me?
There you are. Chris has got to run, but I thought maybe, was your gig good? Did you have a good Rotary gig?
Yeah, it was very good.
Excellent.
400 people online.
Nice. Wow. Damn, you must be good. But may I make a request?
Yes, whatever you want.
I would love an improv, maybe based off two titles that one that Chris gives and one that Jack gives, and see if you can come up with a song in the moment.
Okay.
Are you willing to do that?
Sure,
All
whatever.
right. and anything, any phrase whatsoever, Chris or Jack.
Any phrase.
Don't hurt me.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna hurt
All
you.
right, that's a good one.
And don't give me your great title that you already have for yourself.
All right, don't hurt me. How about you, Jack?
It's a shame you want to go.
It's a shame.
It's
Don't
a
hurt
shame
me,
you want to go.
All
right.
And bang it easy.
Bang it easy.
As in bang the drum easy. Bang it easy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
there you go.
I got to pick one as a title. So it's a shame you got to go. It just seems like and it seems like kind of a bluesy, rocky kind
It
of
sure
a thing.
does.
So. Did I tell you it was the instrumental? Just kidding. Well, we've been together quite a long time. We've had a chance to shine, but there comes a time when things aren't working out. It's a shame you got to go, but it just didn't work out. Sometimes you try to bang the drum, it just doesn't work. And every day together, it just seems to hurt. Yeah. Now, I know that we've been together, but sometimes it don't last forever. Yeah, it's a shame you got to go. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord spit you. Yeah, it's a shame you got to go. Well, you guys have been playing. Well, I've been somewhere else, and I can't imagine how good it felt to hear all those incredible songs that I missed along the way. So I wish we could hang a little longer, but it is what it is, so is so. And it's a shame that y'all got to go. But one thing I know, ain't nothing like a diminished chord when there's nothing else, no place to go. Yeah, it's a popsicle stand you gotta blow. It's a shame you got to go. Thank you.
Well,
I
No
get my
time
check?
to edit.
Jesus.
nice, Harold.
I would have written
you
a couple of thousand songs if I could do that.
I'm not sure how good they'd be, but
Well, yeah.
No, he does it in any style. You got one more you want to share, and I'm going to bring in Allison. Chris, if you got to go, I totally get it.
I do have to, man. But thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, absolutely. How about you, Jack? Can you stick for a little bit?
I can stick around a while. I'd love to hear Harold.
All right.
I'll talk to you
And
later.
Alice. All right.
Bye,
Great to
everybody.
And
see you,
Alice.
Chris.
I don't want to cut into Alice's time. I could do a short one if you want me to, or if if that's it, that's fine. Whatever is on the program.
Well, we still got 150 people watching, so
Okay.
it's,
Any particular song of mine that you know of that?
well, I mean, one of your, I mean, for you guys who don't know, Harold has a song that was covered by same song by both Peter, Paul, and Mary and Snoop Dogg, which is kind of.
It wasn't the same song.
It wasn't? Oh, I thought it was the same song. I'm
No,
sorry.
the song was with Bobby Womack.
Oh,
Wish You Didn't Trust Me So Much, that Snoop did. And Music Speaks Louder Than Words was the one that Peter, Paul, and Mary did, and a bunch of other people have
but a
done.
bunch of other people did that one too.
I can do that if you want, or
That'd be great. Have you ever heard that song, Jack?
I have not.
Music speaks louder than words. It's pretty apropos and very cool song. Great hook. Harold is the king of hooks.
music speaks louder than words. It's the only thing that the whole world listens to. Music speaks louder than words. When you sing, people understand. Sometimes the love you feel inside can get lost between your heart and your mind. And the words aren't really saying everything you wanted them to. But then you hear in somebody's song what you were trying to say all along. And somehow with the magic of music, the message comes through, right on through. 'Cause music speaks louder than words. It's the only thing that the whole world listens to. Music speaks louder than words. When you sing, people understand. This is a short version. I'm going to go to the chorus one more time. Music speaks louder than words. It's the only thing that the whole world listens to. Music speaks louder than words. When you sing, people understand. Big finish. When you sing, don't you know that people are gonna understand? Thank you.
Great song, Harold.
Thank you so much.
Excellent, Harold, as always. You know. Can I share a song?
And happy
with,
birthday, by the way.
Thank you very much. You don't know what happened, but about a half an hour, the show was supposed to go on at 5 o'clock Pacific, and a half an hour before the electricity went off.
Oh no.
Only in my area.
Oh,
And they said it's okay. It'll be back on by 7 o'clock, just long enough for the show. So I called up my buddy who lives out in Encino and said, who's on his way to Phoenix, and I have a key to his house. I said, hey, it was Alice's idea. I said, can I come there and we can do that? And I asked Jack and Chris if they would take over, and they did a beautiful job going back and forth, playing Riders in the Round. I mean, it's like I got to
boy,
follow
now that's
that.
improv.
Oh my God, it was improv, but I
winging
mean,
it.
not like they haven't done that before, but not quite in that form. But,
Man.
yeah,
So you're in Encino right now, or?
I am at my friend Larry's house in Encino, and so then we got here about 45 minutes later.
I wonder who the guy is behind you there, in the photo.
I don't know who that is. I think it's somebody from New Orleans, probably. But so I got Alice,
Hi, Alice.
on here.
I can't hear you,
You
but
can't-
I see you. Hi, Harold.
We didn't bring a splitter?
It's okay. It won't reach. It's fine.
Okay.
Hi, everybody who's watching. So happy you're all here and you stayed with us. That was slightly stressful, but we worked it out. And I just want to mention, because Freebo, you've actually got a bunch of people watching on your YouTube channel.
Oh.
So we just want to remind you that you should hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, because Freebo's trying to improve his YouTube numbers.
I'm trying to improve my YouTube numbers. I think I have less than 100. If I get to 1,000, I can monetize it, which
and
which
if
is kind of
everybody
nice.
watching tonight subscribed, then you'd be at 100. So
That would be
cool.
nice. Yeah, just hit hit like.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
A millennial. These
both.
millennials know what the hell they're doing.
Hit both. Hit like and subscribe.
Hit like and subscribe.
Yep,
Oh.
both of them are good.
You mean that like everybody likes says like?
gotta
Is that what you mean?
like it.
Like? You
Yeah.
gotta like it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean like that's what I mean like
I'm gonna have to kill you, Freebo.
I mean like Jack. I mean like
I'm with
you know what I
Jack.
mean?
I got
You
You
Jack's
know
back
what I
on
mean?
this one.
I'm gonna have to kill you.
We got it.
Not yet. I gotta play this song. For those of you who might know or might not know, but every song has a derivation. It comes from somewhere. In this case, I had a wonderful dog named Hepburn, who was the daughter of Harlow, and they were together at one point for probably for about 8-9 years together. And then Harlow passed, and Hepburn became the queen of the roost. And my wife at the time, she's gone too. Everybody's gone, but I'm still here, and you're still here. But look, we both loved Hepburn, and we really did. But Hepburn and my wife would spend a lot of time on the bed together. And one day I was just looking at the two of them, and the dog was in my place. And I just said to my wife, I was kidding. I said, I think you love a dog more than me. I was just joking, and she didn't say anything. And I thought, I need to write a song. So I came up with an idea for a lyric of "She loved my dog more than me," and I kind of had the music and the feel. And I thought, this has got to be a funny song. Who can I call? So I called my good buddy Harold Payne. I said, Harold, would you help me with this song? And he sure did. And we came up with some really, really cool stuff. And
Freebo, let's check the bass level.
want to check the bass level? So we'll play a team bit. Can you hear the bass?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Is it good balance?
Yeah.
Okay. This slow version. May as well go with this groove.
Yeah? You sure you don't want to start again?
Wait, you want to go a little bit faster?
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit faster. Take two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at Alice and me. We both have our haircuts. I just got mine cut yesterday. She got hers cut today. This is a short version of the long song. Once upon a time, everything was so fine, cozy, just my baby and me. I was so well fed, had my breakfast in bed. I was happy as a man could be. Then my buddy called up, had the cutest little pup. I couldn't help but take him in. Little did I know her affection would go to my new little four-legged friend. Sing with me, Alice. She loved my dog more than me. She loved my dog more than me. I love my dog. She loved my dog, but she loved my dog more than me. We were lying by the fire, burning with desire, when suddenly to my chagrin, you're lying out. As the fire got to stoking, came a cold nose a-poking, somewhere it should not have been. Well, wait a second. Oh yeah, I thought she shoo him away, but she told him to stay. It kinda took me out of the zone. Now a man's best friend gets a girl in the end, and 'cause she loved my dog more than me. She loved my dog more than me. I love my dog, she loved my dog, but she loved my dog more than me. So I'm sitting here fuming while he's getting all the grooming. That ain't how it's supposed to be. Well, you know I don't hate him, but I got an ultimatum. Baby, is the dog of me. Well, I got a reply as she led me outside, and she handed me my people chow. Now I'm howling at the moon while he's up in my room, and I'm in the doghouse now. It's true, 'cause she loved my dog more than me. She loved my dog more than me. I love my dog, she loved my dog, but she loved my dog more than me. Nice harmony. There's a moral to the story. When you fall from the glory, you gotta do it gracefully. So I'm back in the bed with the dog at the head. We're a nuclear family, Harold, and I accept my fate. You know there's little debate, because this ain't no democracy. From the moment he came, it's been a doggone shame that she loved my dog more than me. Everybody sing. She loved my dog more than me. She loved my dog more than me. I love my dog, she loved my dog, but she loved my dog more than me. To the five. Yes, I love my dog, she loved my dog, but she loved my dog more than me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, so what I'm going to do, I am going to, and thank you for that, Harold. I was kind of trying to say a couple lines. Your line, my line, your line, my line. I couldn't really remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice co-write. We kind of sort of fed off each other, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let me give Alice the guitar here, and the tuner, and the capos, and I will take over the bass, and Alice can say hello and put on the headphones and talk to Jack and Harold.
Oh my gosh, they're still there.
They're still there. Here you go. And here's the guitar.
Hi, you guys.
Hi, Alice.
Oh, I'm so happy you're still here.
Nice haircut.
Thank you. Just got it today. Hi, everybody who's watching. I have to say, I was so excited to run. I had 3 cameras set up. I had the sound dialed in. I was just like all set up in my little corner in the room, like ready to be the sound guy and the camera guy for the night. I was really looking forward to it. You know, just wasn't meant to be tonight.
No.
That's okay.
But this was meant to be.
It was.
Apparently, yeah.
What should I play, Freebo?
Oh no, it's going to be in a different key for me.
I know. Yeah, that's right. I'm kind of excited about it being in a different key for me. Does Jack tune his guitar down too? Is that
No.
No?
No, Jack,
I do.
Jack plays
Harold
a drop
does.
D a lot.
Okay. How about we do Twilight?
Sure.
My
Check
favorite.
these out. Ooh, your guitar doesn't have a cutaway, Freebo. Here we go.
I know a dirt road in the late afternoon where the shade and the sunlight gather in pools. There are trees to the right, twisted and wild. To my left is the sea, like a glimmering eye. Well, I'm not the first one, and I won't be the last who's come to this crossroads and breezed on past. With my destination, my only concern, one foot on the gas as the yellow light turns. And there's nothing like being alone at twilight, the ocean that eyes you approaching high tide, and the laughter on the waves of my pride. I'm better off walking alone at twilight. My lover is steady, and he tells me be still and take a deep breath. He's just hoping I will. But my mind keeps on racing till I'm far outside, at the end of the road, on the threshold of night. And there's nothing like being alone at twilight, the ocean that eyes you approaching high tide, and the laugh on the waves of my pride. Better off walking alone at twilight. Well, the sun's gone down and the twilight is past. That magic hour, it never lasts. It's a long strand of pearls, one that I'll never own. And the answers I seek are the smallest of stones. So I work till I'm tired, then I lay down to rest. And that takes just a bit of this weight off my chest. But the years stretch before me, I admit that it's true. This restless pursuit is what I'm called to do. And there's nothing like being alone at twilight, the ocean that eyes you approaching high tide, and the laugh on the waves of my pride. Better off walking alone. Yeah, I hate to leave being alone at twilight.
Love that
Thanks,
song.
you guys. Thank you.
My favorite.
It's your favorite?
Absolutely.
Beautiful
Thank you.
song.
Thanks, Jack.
You bet.
Yeah, we wrote that one. That was the first one that Freebo and I co-wrote for my record that he produced, and I had never actually co-written a song before at that point. It was a very it was a frightening process to me at first, the thought of actually letting somebody into the thoughts that I have when I'm just barely starting a song. It was like, wait, what? You have opinions about these thoughts? But I'm really glad that I got over myself because it turned out to be a much better song for it. So
I have a request.
Oh.
In light of your new single coming out and you playing that
yeah,
guitar
good
live,
idea.
how about A Case of You?
Good idea. Yeah, so for those who don't know, I've recorded a version of Joni Mitchell's song A Case of You, and I'm so excited it comes out next Friday. It's my first single, and I just really love the song. I've been singing it since I just barely first learned how to play guitar when I was a teenager, and I feel like been learning how to sing it ever since and trying to make it my own. And so it'll be out on all streaming platforms next Friday, March 12th, the week from today. And if you go to my website, actually no, that's not true. It's not up there. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Just look for it next Friday.
Where should they look?
It'll be on Spotify and Amazon and Apple Music and all those places. I was going to say you can actually pre-save the song on Spotify. Ooh, Brandon, maybe you still have that link from the other day, but he can put it in the chat.
Yes, I do.
You're amazing. You're amazing, Brandon. You can pre-save the song now, which just means that when it comes out, it will just appear in your Spotify library, which actually helps me get a little more traction with the release when it comes out. So do that if you like, or just look for it on Friday next week.
And while you're at it, before we put that away, could you ask Jack how people can find his music? Because Jack's got, I don't know how many records you have, Jack, but you got
I have 11 CDs.
They're all really good.
Got 11 CDs and one DVD, and you can find them all at jackwilliamsmusic.com. Don't go to jackwilliams.com. You'll get air conditioners or tires or something like that. But,
we don't want that.
No, but that's it, jackwilliamsmusic.com. Also, I'm a Patreon.
Oh, yes.
I'm a Patreon subscriber, have been for a few years now. And it's wonderful to be part of the same tradition as Mozart and Haydn.
It is.
Where people who believe in the work that you do, they contribute to your continuance of that work.
It's a wonderful model. So folks can find that at patreon.com/JackWilliams, I'm guessing.
That's correct. You can also
Great.
find it on
I'm
my
putting it in the chat right now.
Jack has a
All right.
Patreon page too.
It can all be found on my website anyway.
How long have you had yours, Jack?
Judy?
He's had it for 3 years, he said.
3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're playing telephone now.
Okay.
That's great. That's great. And did Harold say where you can find him?
Well, ask him.
Harold, did you say where you can find your
I don't
music?
recall that I did, but it's just haroldpayne.com or haroldpaynemusic.com, either one.
Great. Excellent. I'm sure
I don't have a
Brandon is-
Patreon. I'll be
all of the
patronizing you
above.
all.
Oh,
All the
good.
above is in the
Please.
chat.
Great. Please patronize. Please patronize me. Okay.
Are you tuning in?
And I too have a Patreon. But and many of you are already on it, and thank you for that. And anything else you might want to know about me is at alicehowe.com. Now we've all shared everything you need to know. Here's Joni Mitchell's A Case of You. Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in
a blue TV screen light. I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, but you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet, still be on my feet. I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of pains. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said, love is touching souls. Surely you touched mine, 'cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, but you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter, bitter and so sweet, and I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet, still be on my feet. I met a woman, she had a mouth like yours. She knew your life, she knew your devils and your deeds, and she said, go to him, stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, but you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet, still be on my feet. Thanks, everybody.
Beautiful.
Thanks, you guys.
Beautiful indeed.
Thank you.
Wow.
I think I'll hand this axe back over.
Thank you. Nice job.
Thanks, you guys. Great to see you both.
Great to
Maybe I'll
see
play
you.
some more bass. Really. Thanks for being part of this special night. Love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. That was beautiful. Well, I'm thinking I want to do. I would do one more song, and then maybe we can go to the Zoom room. And if you would put that link up there, Brandon, I'd appreciate it.
Yep.
Jack, if you can possibly stick with us, would be fantastic. You've been
You're gonna have to
you've been
start
such a
paying
trooper.
these guys.
I owe you big time, man. I mean, really, I'm just Wow. But I was hoping I could do a song that Harold and I wrote, and this is I've had songs where I've written 90% of the song, and somebody had a couple lines and it made a difference, and it wound up being a co-write, a 50-50. This is one where it didn't quite work out that way. This in the case of this song, Harold and myself and two other people, Jan and JD, got together one day in LA. They live in Colorado, and we thought we would write a song together. And what happens very often is you have no idea what you're going to write. But we started writing, and it was going pretty well. And then, as what often happens, especially when you have four people, one person can become a little bit kind of like a stick in the mud, and all of a sudden, instead of saying yes and, it becomes no but. And what started out as a very promising afternoon wound up, at least for me, fairly depressing, because we walked away going, oh man, we didn't get anything. Several years later, Harold found the work tape of that song, and he sent it, correct me if I'm wrong, Harold, but if I believe right, you sent it to Jan and JD, and yes. And they spent all the time. They said, hey, this is a lot better than we remembered, and it's almost done. And it
was.
They put a few finishing touches on it,
right,
and they sent it back to you, and you said, yeah. And they submitted it to the Posse Awards, which is a bunch of New Thought churches, and both Harold and I are in that world, and it got nominated for an award for the best song, and then it turns, and I got a message saying, congratulations, you're nominated for Posse. I thought, I haven't submitted anything. What do you mean? And I found out that it was this one of which I was a 1/4 writer on. And sure enough, the song won, and I wound up at the Posse Awards. I'm in the house band, so I wound up playing bass on this song, and I came up with a kind of a different bass part than JD had come up with on the piano. And as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, hey, I kind of like this sort of funky. I kind of went to Philadelphia with it, a little bit of the Gamble and Huff R&B thing. And the more I fooled it, I thought, I really want to do this song. So I've since, when we went to Muscle Shoals with Alice to do the last round of songs for her CD, we're going to go back again in July and finish it. I'm really excited about it. But I thought, well, hell, I put this great band together, and this song would be perfect for that band. So I kind of horned in, and we recorded it, and it came out really nice. And so I'm still fooling by putting a couple parts together. I had my buddy JT Thomas put an organ on it. Now it's really sounding good. So I want to share it with you. Do you have anything else to share about that, about the genesis of that song, Harold?
No, I think you nailed it. It's just that I was walking. I had my iPhone. I was walking. I had it on random play, and it just came up. I go, what is that?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't, it was an accident that it came up because I had it on random play. I thought, that sounds pretty good. What is it? And I recognized the voices, and I went, shoot, that's our writing session. So, that's how it happened.
Well, good. And what made you decide to send it to Jan and JD?
Instead of to you?
I'm glad you didn't. They did a great job with it.
Yeah.
No, it's a cool song, and it's about love, and it's got a nice groove to it. It's called "Everything to Do with Love." This is my acoustic version of it, and I hope I can do it justice, especially for you, Harold. I had a dream, a vision. I woke up singing in the middle of the night, 'cause the world had finally got it right. It had nothing to do with history, which side had lost or won. It had everything, everything to do with love. When you hear a voice calling somewhere inside you, saying you're not alone, and the music fills your heart with hope. It's got nothing to do with boundaries, thinking you gotta be tough. It's got everything, everything to do with love. It's got everything, everything to do with love. With our differences behind us, the world looks new. Maybe something as simple as kindness to see us through. Well, it takes as long as it takes, and you know it. When the moment is right, you hear somebody singing in the morning light. There's so much hope to hold on to, so many songs to be sung. It's got everything, everything to do with love. It's got everything, everything to do with love. A dream, a vision. I woke up singing in the middle of the night, 'cause the world had finally got it right. There's so much hope to hold on to, so many songs to be sung. It's got everything, everything to do with love. It's got everything, everything to do with love. Everything, 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 everything to do with love. You like it?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I never would have guessed
cool.
that the song was finished, but it's so cool.
Yeah, well, you don't remember, so if you don't remember that I wrote 90% of it.
All I know is I got 25% of it is going to be on my record. So
That's right.
I hope everybody records and does their own version. Jack, you don't do a whole lot of co-writing, do you?
I tried. I did one song, which I played earlier on your birthday show here, that I co-wrote with Jeff Bartley.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, I love that song. I love that song.
It just came around. I've never been able to co-write. I've tried it a few times. A couple of folks from Nashville tried to get me there to I guess they wanted my ideas. They didn't like my process, but they liked my ideas, because I think the people I was dealing with, I hope they aren't listening, but they had run out of ideas.
Uh-huh.
They were looking for things, and I was a fresh voice, and I didn't enjoy that process. And I tend to not. I don't write for anything except you know what my songs are like, and they're not the type of thing that are ever going to be recorded and make hits. I have had people record my song. Tom Jones has done a song of mine. And,
Is that right?
yeah, 1980. That was a total accident.
Wow.
I just wrote it for my rock and roll band, and he loved it.
How did that happen?
Oh man, his producer and my producer were talking one day, and asking each other, "What you got going? What projects you working on?" My producer played him 6 songs of mine. They didn't like the band, but they liked the song. I said, well, I want to give this to Tom, and they did it. Ended up on the flip side of a number 4 country tune.
Wow.
And I thought, well, holy cow, man, I guess I could do this.
Some mailbox money, huh?
Yeah, first time I ever had that much, because it was, that and the album cut. David Clayton Thomas recorded a song of mine.
Wow.
Mickey Newberry and I co-wrote 2 songs.
Well, that must have been something. I mean, you worked with Mickey for how many years?
The last 7 years of his life, just the 2 of us on the road.
Is that when you wrote those songs?
Yes, during that time. I didn't know I was co-writing with him until he told me that he liked what I was inputting, so I realized I was co-writing.
Do you ever do either of those songs?
No,
yourself?
I can't. I don't have the pipes Mickey Newberry had. He was one of the great singers.
Cordelia Clark.
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah.
What is
Great
Cordelia Clark?
It's a
Cordelia
song.
Clark was a poor black man who sang on the streets pretty much, a blind man. And he actually got a Grammy, I think, once for something, for a folk album or something. But Mickey wrote a song about him, I think because of the fact that he got a Grammy and yet he was never heard from again. He ended up back out on the streets. It's just a beautiful song about, he asked a young man to take him down to, I want to hear the train when it goes by. I want to see that train. He said, son, that's the loudest thing I've ever seen. It's great. It's a great song.
Wow. Well, if it's okay with you, Jack, if you have a little bit more energy left, there was a request for you to do maybe one song at the after party, "Natural Man," and if
Sure.
just in case people want to ask you a question or two. And Harold, would you grace us with your presence at the?
I can come for a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I don't think we're going to be on real long, and Al's to be here, and I'll be here, and the people who want to come on and just share. If you want to wish me a happy birthday, that's great.
Absolutely.
It's been a strange one. I can't thank you enough. I mean, Murphy's Law. I don't think there's any other business. I can't think of any business more than this one where Murphy's Law is more prevalent and where you really have to deal with the cards that you're given.
Well, Freebo, what it is with the electricity off, it took the shock away from you turning 77.
Yeah.
And then
tomorrow it'll be back. What's that, Jack?
Chris and I took Murphy out back and whipped his ass, so we're all right now.
Wow. So I guess what do? We take a.
Brandon's gonna take care of it.
So do we take like a 5-minute bio break, and
where do we
and come back?
Is it right here?
It's right here on Zoom. There's Brandon right there. Brandon, talk to us. That's Brandon who's been interviewing you, Jack.
Hey, yeah, it's going to be right here. I'm putting together a quick little screen real quick. There's going to be music in just a minute. It's nothing pretty, not the usual splash. I just put it together right now because I didn't think of this issue until just a moment ago. But we'll be right here. It'll be just a few minutes, so everybody can grab a glass of water, and then we'll get right back to it.
So we just sit tight. We don't need to go to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to go anywhere. You're already in the backstage party, Jack. So
all right.
So no worries.
See, I don't have an appointment for another 12 days, so.
And 12 nights. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
working so hard with nothing to show. It's time for a change, why don't we get up and go? I'm making a break, won't you be my partner in crime? We'll get away fast and get away far, get away clean in my getaway car. My motor is moaning, so come on inside. Well, buckle up, baby, I'm ready to ride. It's cozy and warm in my 5-speed shiny machine. We'll get away fast and get away far, get away clean in my getaway car. If we get a flat tire, I still got a plan. I'll jack it up slow, you can give me a hand. And it ain't no hurry, I don't mind taking my time. We'll get away fast and get away far, get away clean in my getaway car. We'll listen to Muddy, we'll listen to Todd, stereo blasting while we get out of Dodge. If you don't like it, baby, you got me to blame. But I guarantee you'll be so glad you came. You know what I mean. Well, there's no destination, it's all about the ride. Whatever you need, you know I'll provide. Keep an eye on the road and keep the other eye on me. We'll get away fast and get away far, and get away clean in my getaway car. My getaway car. Ooh, I got a full tank of gas. Won't you come on inside? Are you ready to ride? Buckle up, baby. The highway's calling. Out into a sea of green, thinking on the years and miles that lie between. It seems so long ago, but you're still on my mind. Yeah, you're still on my mind. You know. You know. Still on my mind, you know.
Saying congratulations, you're nominated for Posse. I thought I haven't.
Let me tell you about my angel, the one you never see, my everyday companion, living deep inside of me. She guides me through the trenches. She gets me out of every mess. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. Well, she leads me on my journey. She leads me to the goal. She's always on the money, never leaves me in the cold. And every time I listen, I wind up being truly blessed. She's my Bible, she's my buddy, she's my personal GPS. I'm at the fork in the road, I gotta make a choice. So much going on, I don't heed her voice. So I'll make a wrong turn, I'm feeling lost and afraid. And I hear my angel calling, recalculate. Well, I gotta pay attention, 'cause it's powerful stuff. I gotta turn it on, and I gotta turn it up. 'Cause every time I do it, you know
Hey, everybody, can you hear me? Hello?
I think they can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
you just can't hear them.
Oh, I can't
they can
hear
hear
them.
you.
Oh,
Let's see. We got, oh, great. We got 30 people. Keith Leon, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a long time. Tara Covington, I always see your name, but never your picture, but nice to see you again. Thanks for your support. Judy, Jack.
Wow.
Who all we got here? Logistics, that's John Callahan. I know that. Deb Galden. All right. Audrey.
Ted Spiro.
Ted, where's Ted?
Paul Wiltberger. Wow, both of you with very amazing
my God.
beards.
Mike Edwards. Tom Webb, the first person to get my Patreon. Thank you very much for that, man. You're the first subscriber.
Yay.
Wow.
Hey Freebo, it's Storm. I brought you a little surprise guest.
What's that?
And your crowd is Rob Peck.
Ross Peck. Where's Ross?
Rob.
Oh, Rob. Oh, wow. Where is Rob?
He's
He's here. His video's off right now.
Oh, good.
But he's here.
Hi.
He's in the
Hey,
he's in the
Rob.
meeting.
How you doing? Hey, thank you all for coming. And I'm assuming you were all on the show and you all knew what happened. And I got to tell you, and just share with with Jack and Harold that I don't know of any other business where you really have to be so prepared for Murphy's Law to rear his or its ugly head. I've had to do with that many times. I mean, on the road, and how do you get to the gig, and if you're going to be late, and the days before cell phones, and the days before GPS, and using maps, and snowstorms, and all sorts of stuff. I've never had anything like this happen. And I mean, for me, I was so excited. I had my tuba ready. I had my new baritone guitar. I had a nice songlet. I had questions. I was just going to bring on Jack for a song, maybe two. Chris. I said, wow, I got great, Harold. And a half hour before, the electricity in the house just goes off completely. And I thought, did it blow a fuse? What's going on here? And I called a neighbor. Again, Murphy's Law has many postulates, So I call up the neighbor downstairs. Turns out that she is not at home. She's renting her house out. So she doesn't know where the electricity's out. I call the neighbors upstairs. They had just left. I don't know. It was on when we left 10 minutes ago.
This was like 4:45 Pacific. So
4:45. We're going on at 5 o'clock. I'm thinking, excuse the French, fuck me. I was thinking, and Allison said, this seems to happen to you a lot, Freebo.
yeah, literally, I can attest. Every single time Freebo has had a solo online show, something has gone wrong. Like internet's gone out. Power's gone out. I'm so sorry. You're just cursed.
And I'm thinking, is my karma that bad, or
it's just testing you.
Yeah, it's testing me. Maybe it's all about balance. Hey, I'm way into my 70s. I'm healthy. I'm still going strong. So I got lots to be grateful for. But Jack, I just can't thank you. And I'm going to send you a nice gift. I think I know
Don't do
you.
that, Freebo.
No, I'm going to do it.
It was
Yeah.
my pleasure.
He already
I
told
know,
me what he's
but
going to send you. You want it.
I got to do something good because you and Chris were wonderful, man. I thought, I should just stay in the freeway and just keep going to Ventura. I mean, you guys were wonderful. So thank you so much for that.
You bet. It was our pleasure.
Oh,
Had a great time hanging with Chris. I've only just met him a few times and we've chatted a little bit, but never got to hang out. And that was as close as we'd get to sit down and play in a few songs together.
Oh yeah, no, Chris is the coolest. I mean, he really is just a great songwriter. And here you guys go back with your different style of blues and folk. I mean, you're both really so accomplished and doing it forever, and both have great audiences and amazing repertoires. And it was a treat. Yeah, I mean,
Hey, Free.
yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my brother Freebo. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, Keith. I appreciate
And many
that.
more.
Yeah, Freebo.
Thank you. Thank you all. And
Freebo, not long ago, I had a birthday concert too, and there's a kind of a tradition has grown up among the Zoom community.
What's
and
that?
that is that the latency means that we can't all sing at the same time, but we should all sing "Happy Birthday" right now.
Yeah.
Everybody should be on mute. Happy
Wait.
birthday to you.
You.
Come on.
Okay, ready. I will.
Pick a key, any key.
Wait. Let me.
Freebo, just
Happy birthday to you.
There you go. You can't stop the ball rolling.
I know. I'm like, don't even try right
I
now.
was going to try and conduct you. But,
No, don't even.
No, you can't do that.
That's what I got to call. That's some beautiful cacophony.
You just receive.
That's what I warned you about.
I love it. Well, thanks for that, Jack. A good idea. That's a good tradition.
I just want to thank you so much for doing this. I've only come in on the last two, and it's wonderful to get the feeling of people making music together like we always did for years and years. And it's just lovely. The feeling is so lovely, and the songs were beautiful. All the songs were great. Just wanted to say thank you. This is Jennifer from Austin.
Hi, Jennifer. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And you know about the show that Alice and I do every Wednesday night?
I don't. I'm kind of new to all this.
We do a show. It's called Inside Live with Alice and Freebo, and we do it right here on Zoom. We do 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock.
On
Eastern.
Wednesday nights.
Every Wednesday, and we have a special guest each week. Jack has been our guest one week. Chris has been our guest. Christine.
We gotta have
Lavin.
Harold. We gotta book Harold.
Definitely, I've talked to Harold. He's willing.
Good.
But we've had some really wonderful people. Brian Alden.
Harold, say hello to your brother. I'm an old friend of your brother. I used to live
Okay.
around from Jennifer Warren's. Just say hi.
All right, I definitely will.
Okay.
What's your
Oh
your
wait,
last
is that,
name?
Jennifer? Is that you?
That's me.
Oh my God!
Wow.
We want to have you on the show too. Could you
Wow.
do that?
We're,
I know you don't really play an instrument, but I mean your voice is just one of the best ever.
Oh.
Really?
To do some a cappella stuff would be fantastic.
Roscoe and I've been talking. He plays upright.
Oh, Roscoe's a fantastic bass player.
Yeah. Well, he's just in the room over there.
Uh-huh.
And we talk about working up a few songs, so we might do that.
Well, that's all you need. If you can work up 3 songs, I mean, we'll cover the rest, and we'll just ask you some stuff about your amazing career. That's all you got to do.
Okay. Well, we'll give it some thought.
That'd be great. Well, we know how to get.
We'd all love it.
Great. It's just
And I'll-
wonderful to feel that the musicians are together and working together and sharing together. It's just it's so great. Just
Yeah,
great.
it really. I mean, the only drawback is is that we can't play in real time with each other because of the delay, which is frustrating. But again, you take what the defense gives you, and it's made us learn how to really use the streaming and almost pretend that there's an audience there. You're looking at a blank screen, but it's no different than looking at a TV camera.
Have you guys figured out how to sync it?
If you can, please.
Or do you
let me
have
know.
to think ahead and think behind?
You can't really do it. I mean, it's not worth it. There's a few instruments, with a really legato instrument, if there's no rhythm, you can kind of fake it, but it's just not the real thing. Somebody's going to come up with something at some point,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, Alice, you're wonderful.
Thank you.
Good luck on your single.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
And I love that song you just wrote, Freebo. That's
Oh.
beautiful. No, the last one that Freebo.
Oh, I love that song
Everything
too.
to do with love.
Hey.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
it. Harold and myself and J.D. Martin and Jan Garrett. Thank you. A four-way right.
Yeah.
It lifted us up where we belonged. Yes.
And did you say you
Very
recorded
good,
it with? Did you say about Muscle Shoals?
I did talk about Muscle
Okay.
Shoals. Yeah, I horned in on Alice's session and said, "Come on."
He was like, "Wait a minute, this band sounds really good. I want to do a
Perfect
song."
band for this song.
Well, I called a journalist out of Canada when you first started, so I think you got a little Canadian faction came in.
Oh,
thank you.
excellent.
That'd be great. Thank you for that. And I just want to recognize Ted Spiro. Ted has a wonderful place in D.C. called the Mansion on Oak Street, which
Our
is
favorite
it's
place
our
in the
favorite
world.
place. Harold
Yes.
knows it. Turn Harold onto it, and it's a cross between a hotel, a bed and breakfast, and a museum.
And like a fun house.
And a fun house.
With like two-way mirrors and
If
secret doors, and it's amazing.
If you find
It's a-
yourself in D.C.,
It's like Wonderland. It's like going through the Looking Glass
It
into
really
Wonderland.
is. Rather than go to a hotel, go to the Mansion on Oak Street. It's right off DuPont Circle. It's wonderfully located. And when COVID is over, if and when that happens, it's a fantastic place to be. And they've been very good to us. How you doing, Ted?
I'm doing great. We are open now, so don't wait.
Are you?
Not
Fantastic.
concerts yet, but people can come visit. Thanks for the free ad.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
of course.
Oh, yeah. No, it's an amazing place. It's just every room is different. Everything there is for sale, including the bed you're sleeping in. Ted, just name me 10 people who've signed some of the guitars
Yeah.
Come on, don't make me do it.
Yes,
Come on,
do
you can do
it.
Come on.
Freebo. Everybody from the Stones to Jackson Brown. Emmylou Harris has done a few shows. Harold, of course, many times. Love you, Harold. Miss you.
Same here, brother.
Paul Williams.
Paul Williams is there constantly.
Got married there.
Got married here. That's right. On our 25th anniversary, we just had our 41st anniversary.
The Milk Carton Boys. Kids, excuse me. Kids.
And all done those things. We've got over 100 guitars. We've got Princess Purple Rain Jacket. We've got 85 secret doors. It's really a fun house. 112 rooms. It's just a wonderland. So
It's indescribely fun.
Really, and how do people find it?
just close your eyes, turn around 3 times.
First start to the right and straight on till morning, right?
Just omansion.com.
Oh, Mansion.
Omansion.com.
O as in orange.
Yeah, Jack. If I'd like to introduce you two guys, Jack. If you and Judy are in or around DC, I'm sure Ted would work something out for you. But you'd love this place. It's just incredible, and he has a vault of music, that stuff that you've always wanted to hear that you never will hear anywhere else. Just incredible. So
Yeah,
I'm just throwing that out there.
Thank you all.
Well, I'm gonna run, but I just wanted to say happy birthday and hang in there, and y'all are doing something wonderful.
Thank you, Jennifer. You want to hear Jack do one more song before you split?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, that
Oh.
Jack.
I was all laid back, ready to just enjoy the company.
You can still do that.
This is one of Freebo'S requests, a song that I wrote for one of my heroes, a fellow South Carolinian named Josh White. Josh White was a natural man. Held a plug nickel in the palm of his hand. He raised it up like a glass to his eye. What he saw through the nickel made the natural man cry. Lord, 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 this morning made a natural man cry. Then through the nickel a vision arose. He saw an actor in the jungle with a bone in his nose. He saw a maid in an apron with a Hollywood grin. Heard a singer at the back door slamming again. Lord, 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 he heard the back door slamming again. High upon a mountain sat the Lord and the natural man. Old Josh White got the gift of song, but he never saw the promised land. He never saw the promised land. So Josh White laid the nickel down. He put his hands in his pockets and he strolled into town. He looked to the left and over to the right, but he couldn't find a place to spend his money that night. And Lord, 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 he sure want to spend some money tonight. So he ran to the hotel, dollar in hand, but they wouldn't take $1 from no colored man. He said, it's getting mighty late, mister, where can I go? He said, well, play me a tune, I'll let you sleep on the floor. Lord, 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 Josh White asleep on the floor. High upon a mountain sat the Lord and the natural man. Old Josh White got the gift of song, but he never saw the promised land. He never saw the promised land. Way up yonder where the angels are found, all the blood from his fingers stained the heavenly ground. There ain't nothing to do but to do what you do, and you do it till they roll a stone over you. Lord, 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 don't let them roll a stone over you. High upon a mountain sat the Lord and the natural man. Old Josh White got the gift of song, but he never saw the promised land. High upon a mountain I heard a cold black angel sing, and I bet a plug nickel if he came back tomorrow it wouldn't change a goddamn thing. I bet it wouldn't change a goddamn thing. For Josh White.
Woo!
Thank you very much.
I love that song.
Oh man!
Thanks, Freebo. Thanks, Alice.
Nobody played guitar like you, Jack.
Every time when you do a bend, I have to like bend with the bend. Like,
yeah, every time I do it, I look out in the audience just going.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but do you ever bend 3 strings? No, you bend 2. But.
Yeah, there are a couple places that, it's done sometimes. I don't really think about it. I did it one time, but I didn't realize I was doing it. And I looked down. I said, "What the hell was that?" You know.
What's interesting is you kind of start from not on the chord and you kind of bend up to the chord, which is like really cool. Yeah, exactly. That's nice stuff. You know who else does that? The only other person I've ever heard do that is Amos Garrett.
Oh yeah.
And he's the guy who played the solo on Midnight at the Oasis, and just a wonderful, I don't know what you call him, I guess a folk blues player. He was in Paul Butterfield's Better Days.
Butterfield, those
And-
2 albums that they did together with him were just great.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah. Great
I've
stuff.
heard somebody else do that kind of double bend. Richard Thompson.
Oh, interesting. He's,
I did,
he's pretty good too.
when I first heard him, I thought, "Holy cow, man, he's doing it too." But I mean, you know, it's 2 notes, and if you can, it's kind of a natural sort of thing when you think about it.
So something I never thought about.
You're just a natural man, Jack.
You are.
Can't help myself.
Yeah.
But can you play it left-handed upside down?
I haven't tried that.
Hey,
I'm
now
in the
that-
music business, not it's
Jack,
children.
that was actually a plant, and I'm going to turn that because Harold has a wonderful song that he wrote called "Left-Handed Upside Down," about an incredible song that Harold, if you might not know, most of you people are you familiar with Bobby Womack, a wonderful soul R&B singer, and Harold was Bobby's main co-writer. They worked together for years and very good friends, and Harold wrote a song about Bobby, and he can tell the story much better than I. But would you grace us with that, Harold?
I will, but let's let a little time pass after that incredible guitar work that made me want to make a flower pot out of this.
Okay, then while we wait a little time, Paul Wilpecker had his hand up for a second.
Do you ever hear
You wanna say
hand
something,
raised, Paul?
Freebo, happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you, buddy.
Miss you both. And if all the 5 buildings I walked through at Mansion O a couple years ago, whose autograph do I see on a guitar? Yours.
That's great.
Of all the stuff I see there, I see your autograph.
Oh my
I started laughing.
Along with Bob Dylan
That's
and
so
Neil
funny.
Young and God knows who.
It must have jumped out at you. That's so funny.
And it did jump out at me, but it was just so funny. I'm like, of all the artists here, Freebo named Freebo's popped out. I'm like, oh my God.
That's great.
And Freebo, for the moment, Rob Peck is here in the flesh. Take 2.
Hey Rob, how you doing? Where is he?
There he is. Oh, wait, he's
Well,
moving
let's bring him back. For
I
a
see
second.
him. Hey, Rob.
Hey, hi, Rob.
Al, I'm trying to get myself off of mute. Am I off of mute?
Yeah, you're
You're
off
off
mute.
of
You're
mute.
good, buddy.
All right. So, Harold, I just typed you a little note.
Okay.
Storm, I typed you a little mute. And here's my gift to you,
Oh
Freebo,
my
for your 70th. You dog, you. No wonder. And someone would definitely love this dog more than you. I can only tell you. But,
that is the cutest face I've ever seen.
Yeah,
But,
you're not giving him away, are you?
Freebo, I've told you this a couple times, but just real quick again, I'll never forget at that house party when you graced me and let me sit in on harmonica. And afterwards, while the crowd was applauding, you told me the best compliment I think I've ever gotten in my life as a musician.
What was that?
Whispered to me 2 words: nice listening.
Ah, all right.
That was a gift. Anyway, happy birthday, brother.
Hey, thank you, Rob, and really enjoyed it. Are you still doing that series near Northampton?
Yes, they're not doing it because of COVID, but I sure hope it'll come back because I would love to get you and Harold. Man, I've been wanting you to come for years.
Harold, you're going to want to do that one. It's a wonderful, wonderful room. Would you be doing it in the same room? Rob?
Yeah, I hope it'll going to start up in the fall, but who the hell knows?
Who knows?
But won't it be great, folks, when instead of sitting at a TV and looking at each other in these little squares, we'll actually be live somewhere and able to jam and dance and play together.
That's true. That'd be nice. But again, the gift, every wound has a gift. And, the gift here is that here we are. I mean, how many different places? We're all over the country, sometimes all over the world, and we can get together like this. So this wouldn't be happening if it was a normal world. I have a feeling it's going to go back to what it was, but I think this is going to continue. So I'm guessing it'll be some sort of hybrid between the two.
Amen.
Amen. All right, Harold. Harold, how about left-handed upside down?
We've let it settle in. Now we're
Yeah,
ready
settle
for
in.
Harold Payne.
You've recovered from Jack's guitar playing.
Yeah, right. And maybe Keith, you can join in on this, right? Right.
Yeah.
I did a tribute to Bobby Womack yesterday for my Facebook Live that I do on Thursdays at 3, and this was a song that I worked with Bobby for over 35 years, and he played the guitar left-handed upside down, and his career started because he co-wrote "It's All Over Now" and the Stones covered it, and then so many people that he's worked with played guitar on Aretha's Chain, all these albums and 50 albums I think he put out. Anyway, but he played the guitar left-handed upside down, and one day it came to me that not only did he literally play the guitar left-handed upside down, but it was a metaphor for his life. So, and that's how this song came about. I grew up in Cleveland, on the poor side of town. If hard times was a river, then we all would have drowned. My daddy worked the steel mill, trying to make ends meet. And we sang for our supper, and there was nothing left to eat. I pulled myself up by the bootstraps of hand-me-down shoes, learned to sing together to chase away the blues. And I found a way to turn my life around. I learned to play the guitar left-handed upside down. Ooh, yeah. I used to sneak my daddy's guitar while he was working at the mill, till one day I broke a string. Lord, I thought I would be killed. But he said, go ahead and play it, son, but you better play it well, 'cause they're just messing with my guitar, then you sure be catching hell. So I played those gospel changes like I see my daddy do. I can see behind that frown a big old smile starts shining through, and his pride began to well up as he heard the soulful sound of his old guitar strumming, left-handed upside down. Seemed like everything was turned around, so I worked harder to fit in, but that just made me stronger than I ever would have been. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah. We sang in storefront churches, my brothers, my dad, and me, and folks would gather round to hear that Womack harmony. And when I close my eyes, I still can hear that sound. I'm playing my daddy's guitar, left-handed upside down. Ooh, yeah. Left-handed upside down.
Badass.
Harold, the moment you start singing, it just, the timbre of your voice, the way you, it just.
God, look who's talking.
Shit.
No, I always say about Harold, I mean, he looks like.
I love this.
He looks like he could be an encyclopedia salesman coming to your door, and then he opens his mouth and it's like, oh my God, how does that voice come out of that person? You know,
Woodshop teacher. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Soulful cat. You know what I mean, Jack?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Does anybody have a question for either Harold or Jack or myself? Raise your hand, would you please?
Or Alice.
Or Alice, yes.
Nah.
I see a yellow hand up.
I see a hand.
Singing Oak.
Oh, Singing Oak. Hi, you guys.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Happy birthday. Oh, are we?
Thank you very much.
No, we hear you.
Okay.
Do you remember in Cape Cod?
Yes.
Nice to see you.
We've had the distinction of having you and Freebo, Alice and Freebo, and Jack and Harold.
What?
A wonderful
in
place.
our living room.
Yeah.
David Roth brought me there. Yes.
Yeah, great
Fantastic.
memories. And we hope someday we'll be able to do it again.
Absolutely.
Love that.
It's a wonderful series you guys have and a wonderful house.
A really, really lovely night. I remember that well.
I had a
love
great
the
time
Cape.
there.
Me too.
Yeah.
Great to have you. Look forward to having you back again. It was so fun.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome to the 70s.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Too bad Cape Cod sucks so badly, though. You know.
What? It's a tough place to live.
I know, just
I bet
terrible.
it is.
Tell us when you're open for business again, and we'll be there. You know, my family's in the Boston area, so I'm always looking for an excuse to come back there.
Great. All right. This fall, hopefully.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to say that it is my birthday, of course, you know that. But if you want to give me a birthday gift, and I already received it by you being here, but I think I mentioned in my newsletter, I don't know how many of you get it, but I recorded a wonderful version of Angel from Montgomery. And I have that available at the $7 level. And I would love to share it with you, and I'd really appreciate the support. If you can do that at the Patreon, just go to patreon.com/Freebo Music, and you could check it out. And you'll get all sorts of stuff. I've shared this, but I'm writing a book, and I'll put out excerpts, and your support will actually kick me in the ass to write my book. I'll have to write more, more excerpts and chapters, and all sorts of things that I'm doing. This is. I don't really mean this as much of a pitch, but it's really where I'm coming from. And Jack and Harold and Alice, we've for better for worse, for whatever reason, we've chosen the road less traveled, and it's a wonderful road, and we feel blessed. I mean, I feel so blessed to have been able to make a living for 50 years doing this, somehow doing what I love to do, but it's not always easy. Of course, your parents, my parents, I'm a doctor, Alice's parents were professionals, and they tell you very economically and practically wisely, go to college, get an education, get a real job. And some of us, like Jack, also comes from a very educated family. We just go, yeah, but it just doesn't quite speak to me. I tried that stuff, and it turns out that this is exactly what speaks to me. So this is how we support ourselves and how we choose to live, and we're so grateful that you guys really like what we do. So if you feel like being a part of that creative journey, we'd be grateful. Jack has his Patreon page as well. Harold, I don't think you got one together, but Harold's got your last CD is just fabulous, just really wonderful songs, really well recorded, and
Thank you.
So we appreciate that. Okay, so much for that. But anyway, thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. I'm really, really, really grateful. Is that Keith has his hand up there?
Yes. Where do I start? Harold, I had your back. I was playing the lead.
Thank you. I saw I was half a step down.
Yeah. And happy birthday. Happy birthday. And Alice, my goodness. I never heard you sing till tonight. And what an absolutely gorgeous voice. I'll be purchasing your music for sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I wanted to say.
Thank
to all
you
three of
so
you.
much. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you so
I
much
just-
for the beautiful music.
Thank you for coming. I want to say hi to Pete Anglin and Mike Edwards and Don Clune and Russ Paris and
Audrey.
I
Said hi to Audrey
just
already.
wanted to give a little shout out
Yeah.
to some folks I saw in there.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys, and thanks for the ongoing support. This is so cool. You doing all right, Mike? You in Pennsylvania still? 'Cause I know you move around a lot. I mentioned Florida, and then you're outside of DC.
He does move around a lot.
And now you're in Pennsylvania. Who knows where you'll be next? I don't know.
Tampa, Florida.
You're in Florida?
No, I just came back.
Oh,
But that's where I'm headed back there.
that sounds nice.
Great.
And Pete,
How's your
Pete.
move up to Oregon, right? You moved up to Oregon?
Actually, Freebo, greetings from Reading. We haven't made the move yet. But my wife's last year of teaching is this year. So we'll be picking up stakes and going up there sometime this summer. So looking forward to seeing you both up there. Like I said, I'll be starting up some house concerts up there, and we'll be looking forward to having you up at the farm.
Thank you. That'd be great. And the series that you guys put on in Reading was really
Wonderful.
beautiful at that old church, a new church, really. But
That was one of my
fantastic
favorite
place.
shows ever, maybe.
Yeah.
Just that room, and it was
Oh,
just such a lovely night.
That space is just magical,
It's
Frank Lloyd Wright
amazing. It's an
designed
amazing
church, you know.
space. That's right. I forgot it was
Yeah.
designed by him.
And I think you guys were there before we had the big fire, so
Oh gosh.
things had changed quite a bit as well up here. But the church still stands, no problem.
yeah, that was the fire that completely destroyed paradise, right?
It got within a couple 100 feet of our house, so yeah, we were lucky. But happy birthday, Freebo, and Maria sends her best
Thank
as
you,
well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
May I ask you a question?
Sure.
This
Who
is
is that?
Thomas. Hi, Freebo.
It's
Happy
Thomas.
birthday.
Thank you,
Hi,
Thomas.
Alice.
Hi, Thomas.
You guys are wonderful. I got to tell you, and Freebo, your music, you as a person. Alice, I love your voice, but let me ask before I forget, I'm getting old. Freebo, could you tell us did you say you were a member of a church with Harold or something like that?
Not quite.
Is it Friends
It's
of
like-
Bill?
No, we're surrogate members of
Preacher
many
Bo.
churches. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
No.
every once in a while I'll get on my pulpit, but no, I'm in many different fields. I feel like I'm in the folk world, I'm in the blues world, I'm in the rock world, I'm in the what we call the New Thought world. And the New Thought churches are like centers for spiritual living. What are they? Harold? Unity, Unitarian.
Agape.
Not exactly. They hate it, agape, but they're kind of like churches for discontented Christians and Jews who are looking for
Traumatized.
Recovering Catholics.
Recovering Catholic people who are like looking for a spiritual community, right? The spiritual community, but they don't want the rigmarole. They want to do with spirituality, and really, there's nobody going to fix it for you but yourself. You know, there's help. The universe will come and support you energetically, but that, you know, you got to look in the mirror and say, okay, what do I got to do to change my life? And a lot of them have some really cool music, and it's really pretty much positive music. So there's this organization called POSI for Positive. POSI Music Association. They're pretty much involved with Unity, and Harold and I go there a lot, and they have a kind of a song contest, and we've both been fortunate to been nominated for a bunch of songs, and it's good. It kind of kicks you in the ass to write that kind of music, and it's just a really wonderful community. I met a lot of people at those churches. I don't really belong to any of them, but I've been to many of them, and I enjoy the services, and I enjoy what the ministers say, male, female, straight, gay, white. It's been a pretty interesting community all over the country. Right, Harold?
Yeah, no, it's just a place to play positive music, and yeah, it just overlaps with the positive music community.
Thank you. I'm glad you brought that to my knowledge. I like to experience different things, so thank you. And I wanted to ask, have any of the performing artists on this page or whatever tonight? I'm from Long Island, New York, and we have a place here called My Father's Place. Does anybody, have you played there? Any experiences? I've only gone a few times in its original format. Okay, and they have a newer version of it now, and the owner's a real character. Epi, do you guys have any stories, or have you played there?
I played there a long time ago. I actually opened for Sally Taylor, James Taylor's daughter. It was kind of a weird gig. It felt like, it's interesting when you go into a bar, and you're a solo acoustic player, and Jack certainly knows this. Jack and I played a million bars. It's much more successful when you do it with a band, but to go in by yourself and be playing, folk music is a little weird. But if it's set up in a concert type of situation, it can work, but it really has to be, presented that way.
Yeah, it's on Long Island. It's so many famous people have played there and started there over the years, and it was a bowling alley, in the '60s. And this guy Epi made it a concert venue or a bar music venue. And there's a lot of stories or whatever. But thanks for mentioning that. And Alice, quick question: where in Mass were you from? Because I have family up in that area.
I'm from Newton.
Newton, okay. My brother raised his family in Southborough, and he lived in Linfield for a while, and we love it up there. We've been going up there for a while, so.
I love it too. Yeah, I grew up just outside of Boston, just west of Boston, and been in New England most of my life. Just been in LA the last 2 years, so.
Okay, so do you know about Giacomo's? You're a foodie in the North End?
Giacomo's Finale?
No. I have not been there. I do love the North End, though.
But it's right near Mike's Pastries. They don't serve Mushu pork, Freebo, but it's called Giacomo's, and they won't take reservations. You have to wait online to get in.
I have not been there. I bet.
Giacomo, it's unbelievable, and they kick you out. Like, you got to eat and get out. They don't offer dessert. No, it's not even a joke. I don't care if you're Freebo or Alice Howe. You got to eat and get out.
Very Boston sounding.
Thomas, I just want to let you know that the other day, last show, when you mentioned Mushu, I went right out, went over the mountain to Genghis Cohen, and came back with some 3-flavored Mushu. So thank you for that.
Cool.
The suggestion was irresistible.
It was.
Cool. Two more things real quick. One, Freebo, if I could put you on the spot, could you promise to introduce Rogo to Rory?
Rory Block?
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
That's an interesting idea. We could do that.
My God. I think Rogo and her could be friends, but Rory could be a mentor. And that Rogo was amazing.
She was great. Yeah, we had a guest on our last episode of Inside Live, this wonderful young woman named Sarah Rogo, and she's a blues guitarist, and she just killed it. She was so great. And Thomas is saying it would be really cool to introduce her to Rory Block, who another just incredible blues woman, and the two of them would be quite the pair. They would be powerful in person. You would be blown back against the wall by their national guitars.
Alice, I swear to God, that's unbelievable. And let me ask you this, and I don't know about it, I just like listening, but can two slide players play at the same time? Or is that unheard? Is that you're gonna laugh at me behind the scene?
We're never gonna laugh at you.
I mean, they'd have to, if they're both listening, that'd be the answer.
Yeah,
if
they couldn't.
Really
they couldn't both go full bore the whole time.
No, it'd be weird.
They'd have to do the interplay thing.
All right, well, whatever. But I got to tell you, I think they can play off each other. And Rogo, she almost played the exact same songs that Rory plays a lot. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, some stuff like Rolling and Tumbling, that's
Classic.
like pretty classic stuff. And again, we did that with Bonnie for years, and Bonnie did a great version of that. Rogo actually reminded me of that. A very similar style, especially on a national steel. Yeah, but I just wanted to recognize a couple other people with Russell and Russell Paris and Perry and Beth Stein, because you guys, all along with Pete, just the fact that you guys do these wonderful. Well, you present a place where we can play our music.
And Julie.
Yeah, Russ and Julie with the house concert. I mean, 20 years, and you guys are on hiatus now. I don't know if you'll ever get back to it. And we just did a thing with Beth and Perry for Ethical Brew concerts in New Jersey, which is we played there in person, but we also did an online thing. But I just want to recognize you guys and thank you for having venues that allow us to present our music,
we just
allow
want to wish
people to come to them.
wish you a very happy birthday, and I hope we will be seeing you in person before your next birthday.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. And it was really great. Just totally unflappable with the goings on before the show. And
I like the car serenade.
Yes, the car serenade was excellent. Even breaking up, it was smooth.
Did we break up much? I mean,
A bit, but you're in a car going down the 505. I mean, come on. And,
Thank you, Verizon.
All right, we're gonna go.
So we're gonna go. Happy birthday, mwah, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Bye,
the
Alice.
love.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
And Russ, what are you up to now that you're not doing this?
Just had a new grandchild.
Really?
Grandchildren.
Another one.
We do seem to be collecting grandchildren these days.
Yeah, you have quite a few now.
Just had
Hi,
our
Julie. Hi.
Julie, how you doing?
Hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
So
Russ. Hi, Julie.
what do you guys? Of course, you know Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, we love Jack and we love Harold. We love having everybody. You've all played at our place, and it's great to see you all.
Thank you.
Like your hair, both of you, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hair's a little different, isn't it? I'm
Julie's hair's getting long. This is the longest Julie's had it since we were in high school, I think.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's that quarantine style.
Quarantine style, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think when COVID comes back, you guys will rev it up a little bit? Or are you retired for good? Or do you miss it? Or what are your thoughts? And how it's been the COVID thing for you?
We never actually retired.
Yeah, we'll probably do more. We just, we probably won't do it monthly like we were doing for the last 25 years.
Right.
I expect we'll host more shows when the opportunity arises.
And when we're all safe.
Hey, time now. Disneyland is opening.
Yeah.
My goodness. I don't know if I
Is
want to
it?
go there
I don't
right
know
now.
about that either, that's for sure. Now, you guys were some of the originals. I mean, was it you've been doing it for 20 years? But you were the first LA house concert that I knew about.
Well, we've been doing it for 24 years, and we've been doing it monthly. But there were people doing it before us. What's her name? Elaine and Clark Weissman were doing it for 15 years before we'd started.
Wow. Did you ever play that one, Jack?
No, I haven't. No, I played for Jimmy Riddle in Columbia, though. He's been doing it since about 1994.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started in 97.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Raise your hand. And anything you'd like to share?
Are we gonna have a medley from Jack Williams? At least a quickie medley, because he's so great at that.
Oh boy, I found that the medley that you're asking about, which is an improvised stream of consciousness, mind-losing event, doesn't work well in front of a Zoom audience. I've been doing a couple of dozen Zoom concerts, but I haven't done the medley that people want because it just doesn't work. It's a live performance thing that feeds off a live crowd.
Well, that's truly amazing. I'm sorry we can't hear it.
Well, I wish I could play it for you. I really do. I will. I promise you, I will be doing it when we're safe to be in each other's company again.
And Freebo'S want to wish you a happy birthday. I got to go, and but appreciate you all. And Jack, what a treat. I've watched you from afar, and so fantastic and nice to see you all. And thank you, Russ. And
Bye, Harold.
Harold, thank you.
Bye,
all.
Harold.
And,
it's always
Bye, Harold.
Gosh, Harold, I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you to do one more improv before you left, and then maybe just close it out with that. Do you have?
Oh my God.
Okay, well, if, I don't want to
work that Freebo.
For the birthday boy.
You just will not let them rest.
No, I just want to close it out. But as
relentless.
As my last
cracking the
request,
whip.
I would love, and I'll treasure this forever. I would love a birthday improv.
Okay.
You can maybe actually improv the night. Harold does his recap.
Yeah, no
thing.
pressure.
No, but he usually takes notes. But I mean, he's such an erudite guy that I would love that.
I can't believe you're doing this to him.
I just
Harold Payne is magic.
Yeah, no pressure at all here.
You got this.
Okay, yeah.
Got it.
He was an all-state football player back in the day. He traded in his pads for a guitar, for a bass at first. Boy, that man could play. He started a little late, then he teamed up with Bonnie Raitt, yeah. And played with all the incredible people along the way, and ended up right here in LA. And this former sideman wanted to move to the front. It was 4th and long, and I guess it was time to punt, yeah, yeah. And I saw him the first song he wrote as a singer-songwriter. It was a real exciter, but to change horses in midstream, that's not everybody else's dream, but he did it and wouldn't quit it, and he rose to the top of the singer-songwriter world. Let that Freebo flag unfurl like nobody else. It's ageless and timeless, and fortunately never rhymeless, but here tonight took the cake. He knew a whole lot of people's entertainment was at stake, and all the electricity went off right at the time it was supposed to start. But with a little bit of ingenuity and a whole lot of heart, they drove across town and turned the whole thing around, and all the triple camera views that would have happened wouldn't have been as good as what would really happen here tonight. We all witnessed Freebo's birthday. What can I say? Everyone wanted to wish him everything good going on, and we all joined his Patreon, and Alice's too. Connected forever with the two of you. He rolled a 7 and had some bread that was unleavened. Yeah, yeah. And it's my privilege to be your co-writer and friend. We'll have to do another dog song again, yeah. Thank you for having us all here. We'll be together in person sometime, never fear. Celebrating that long play birthday, number 78, yeah. Even if we're only at 33 1/3 speed, this was something that we all need. A little music, companionship, and celebration of Freebo's birthday. Out of tune as I may have been.
Oh man! Wow.
Right, Harold.
Hey, I mean that. What better way to end this thing than that?
Way to go.
Harold, thank you, and I'm so glad you could experience the ultimate Harold Payne, and thank you for the ultimate birthday gift. And Jack, I mean, wow, man, above and beyond. I'm just so grateful. And Alice, thank you very much for everything, for just putting this whole thing together technically. And
Brandon.
well, I'm just about to get there. Yeah.
And
Brandon, Brandon, show yourself. Show yourself.
He
Brandon.
doesn't do that.
Show yourself.
A rare
There he is.
Oh my God, there he is!
A rare sighting.
We're gonna put this whole thing together. So, thank you, Brandon. Thank you all for
Happy
joining
birthday.
us. Thank you very much thanks for enjoying for joining us on the show and on the Zoom. And I love you all, and I feel like you're all my friends and community, and it's the best birthday I can remember, and I'm just so glad it worked out the way it did. And sometimes God does things for you that you can't do for yourself. And not to get religious, but just in terms of Murphy's Law, it's really cool the way this worked out. And I guess it just shows you you got to just stay with it. I mean, shit happens, and if you freak out, you get covered up in it, and it stinks. But metaphorically speaking, of course, Harold. But so I'm grateful that somehow we didn't, and I got saved by Jack, but particularly by you and Chris and Brandon, and so thank you all. I just so grateful.
Still in heaven at 77.
Happy birthday, Freebo. Take care.
Happy birthday, brother.
Freebo.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Freebo.
Happy birthday, Freebo.
Thanks